Bet you'll hear my whistle blowing when my train rolls in. It goes like dust in the wind. I once was lost,
but now I'm just blind.
Palm trees and weeds, scab knees and rice. Get a map to the stars, find Heidi flights. And if the price is right, then I'm gonna make my bid, boy, and let California hate. Know why they call me cowboy, baby. With the top that back and the sunshine shining. Cowboy, baby. West Coast chillin' with the boom flying. I wanna be a cowboy, baby. Ride that night 'cause I sleep all day. Cowboy, baby. I can smell a thing from a mile away. Yeah, Kid Rock, you can call me Tex. Rolling sunset woman with a bottle of Bex. Seen a slimmy in a vet, rolled down my glass and said, yeah, this right, no kidding, gun swinging, spurs hitting the floor. Call me horse, I'm the boss with the sauce and the horse. No remorse for the sheriff, it is I ain't right. I'ma paint his town red, then paint his wife white. Cause chaos, rock like Amadeus. Find West Coast pussy for my Detroit players. Back like mayors, ball like Lakers. They told us to leave, but bet they can't make us. Why they wanna pick on me? Lock me up and snort away my key. I ain't no cheat, I'm just a regular failure. I ain't straight out of Compton, I'm straight out the trailer. Cuss like a sailor, drink like a Mick. My only words of wisdom out of
Radio edit.
I'm flicking my pick up and down that coasting and keep on trucking till it falls into motion. Cowboy, with the top left back and the sunshine shining. Cowboy, spend all my time in Hollywood and Vine. Cowboy, riding at night 'cause we sleep all day. Cowboy, I can smell a pig from a mile away. With the top left back and the sunshine shining. With the top left back and the sunshine shining. Cowboy. Hollywood and Vine. Turn it up. Big wheels keep on turning, carry me home to Smock Hill, singing between a boy and man. She was 17 and she was far from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan. Splashing through the sandbar, talking by the campfire. It's the simple things in life, like when and where. We didn't have no internet, but man, I never will forget the way the moonlight shined upon her hair. And we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song, sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Catching walleye from the dock, watching the waves roll off the rocks. She'll forever hold a spot inside my soul. We'd blister in the sun, we couldn't wait for night to come to hit that sand and play some rock and roll. While we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song, sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Now nothing seems as strange as when the leaves begin to change. Oh, how we thought those days would never end. Sometimes I hear that song and I'll start to sing along and think, man, I'd love to see that girl again. Man, I'd like to see that girl again. And we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song, sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. We were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song, sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. 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 Singing about Sweet Home Alabama, yeah.
Never made it as a wise man, I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man, I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. Beforehand I knew a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These stop words in my head scream out, we haven't fun yet. Yeah, yeah. Are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah. Are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah. Are we having fun yet? Break me down, you got a lovely face. We're going to your place, and now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, getting fucking late. You want me to stay, but I got to make my way. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Take it all, the paper is your game. You jump in bed with fame.
And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by... Nope.
You know, it throws me off every time he's not here. Today, I'm going to be Souls.
Nice
Just
and
Souls?
boring. I like it.
The Mask Chris Massey.
You just said you wanted to be... We did this whole thing about how you wanted to be the masterpiece, and you introduced yourself as the Master Chris Massey.
We didn't say yes or no.
Well,
It's always a good thing to be the masterpiece.
Yeah, except for when he was in rehab.
I could be fine if we're gonna do all go off of that. I'm K Quick Souls.
The masterpiece. Masterpiece.
And
Master
I'm,
Don.
ooh, I like that. And I'm Kenny the Rat, a.k.a. the Red Baron.
Neural.
Yep. All right, we're quietly approaching the holiday season here in the world. You know, I was gonna say here on Getting Sports with Drunk, but it's pretty much Christmas everywhere.
Yep.
Except for the few select that don't celebrate. So whatever you celebrate, happy that.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Three Kings Day.
What's Kwanzaa?
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes.
What do you do on Kwanzaa?
I don't know. As one who's never celebrated Kwanzaa, I can't give you an insightful.
You should probably Google that.
I mean, I kind of understand like Hanukkah, but that's more so because like whatever school, I don't know why, but like I kind of got force fed like Hanukkah. Like they kind of like were like, oh, dreidels and 8 days and this and that and whatever. And I was like, why are you doing this? Like I go to a predominantly black elementary school, and you're teaching me about Jewish people.
Hey, part of the curriculum, I guess.
I guess so. So go around. What are you drinking? Souls.
I am drinking. God damn it, Kyle. Can't find it. Ghost Island. Double India Pale Ale.
From
Thimble Island.
our friends at Thimble Island.
I wasn't there for that one, but yes, our friends our compadres, our pals, our buddies, our amigos.
Pat yourself on the back there.
Where are they out of?
Branford.
Okay.
Boring town, right outside of Hartford. Just so you guys don't know your Connecticut geography.
Right.
It's like an hour away, Kyle.
Yeah, I got that. 9 years ago, Kyle didn't know it.
Stems back to a thing that would have been good if Mark was here. It would have been way funnier.
I am also drinking that.
What?
The exact same thing.
What is it?
Thimble Island Double IPA from
What's
our
it called?
friends at Thimble Island.
What's it called?
Who else?
It is
Our friends, our compadres, our
Well,
amigos.
they're not his friends. He wasn't even part of the show when we did that one.
That's why I
the
said
Ghost
our,
Island.
not his.
That's true. Yeah,
Ghost
they're not your
Island.
friends.
Tis amigos.
Tis amigos.
Tis amigos are really cool, but we're not going to sing.
Kendall, what are you drinking?
From the Riddler collection, from Kansas City, Missouri, Boulevard Brewing Company proudly presents Steep Drop, a Nitro Coffee Milk Stout.
I'm drinking from Thomas Hooker Brewery in Bloomfield, Connecticut. The Hefeponymous.
I was about to say,
the Hefeweizen.
About to be real uptight if you have my beer.
Unfiltered wet beer.
Get out the pull. Sorry for the chicken scratch. It's really hard to write on my leg.
Mine's just right on the table.
Because it's way easier to do that when I can just write on my leg.
How? What?
I knew what he said.
Yeah, Max, let me just be me.
Toast of Excellence, Souls.
Well, today, my toast of excellence, I had one. What was it again?
All day.
Oh, my toast of excellence is to my compadre, Adrian Peterson. He is now he's fourth all time in rushing. Probably won't get one, but really want him to. He's been through a lot
Frank
of
Gore's gonna
adversity in
own.
life.
Frank Gore's gonna own one by the time he's over.
But good on him.
He's going to the Jets next year.
Think
Who?
so?
Adrian Peterson.
Think so?
No, but it makes sense.
Does he look like a Jet?
He does look like a Jet. He looked good in some green. He fits well in Philadelphia.
I guess.
They just pick up running backs. It makes sense.
This is true.
Or Pittsburgh.
I'd be down with that.
Just because.
Would you buy a Peterson jersey?
Yes!
I probably would.
I had a Peterson jersey. I don't know what happened to it. It was a Cam Hayward jersey.
He probably threw it away.
And that one was like fucking authentic too.
Yeah, I remember
It
that.
was fucking beautiful.
Mastodon.
That's gonna stick, isn't it?
It's because you're fat. You're definitely
You
not
know
a
what a
masterpiece.
mastodon is?
It's a dinosaur.
Okay.
It's not a dinosaur.
But honestly, what is it?
It's not a dinosaur. It isn't. It
Is
isn't.
it an elephant?
It's a Black Ranger.
It's not. It's the mascot of the Black Ranger. The what are they called? The spirit animal
No, they're just
insignias.
See, they didn't really have a name for it until until they became Ninja Power Rangers towards like the end of the.
They're cheese. No, but
First of
it's
all,
a
I'm not talking about.
mastodon is it's like the woolly mammoth kind of
Oh, okay.
type of thing.
Dinosaur. That's what I said.
Yep, not really, but
Distant cousin.
I don't know if you know this, but dinosaurs needed heat, and mastodons were alive during the Ice Age.
Same difference.
No.
So mine is to Stephon Gilmore, who by himself has 2 touchdowns.
Why not Stephon Diggs?
Well, Stephon Gilmore has not let up a touchdown, so he's scored more touchdowns this year than he's actually given up, which
So
in this day and age is actually pretty
So,
impressive.
not to Stephon Diggs for getting 4 catches for 76 yards.
No.
That's fine. Understood.
Red Baron.
Minus to Mr. Madison Bumgarner. Going to the desert. Nice dry heat.
You know,
5 years, $85 billion, something like that.
I'm sure we'll get into this, but I was wondering why the fuck he would sign there. And then
Dry
my dad,
heat. It's good for pitchers.
it has nothing to do with that, though.
It does.
He
And it
has a
finally
house
came
out
true.
there.
Yeah, and you know why he likes it?
Because
The dry
you
heat.
did a lot of spring training there.
Yeah, that is a contributing factor. It's very
And
convenient for
Arizona
him.
and like San Fran aren't too far away from each other.
Right.
I mean,
It's still probably like
Comparatively to
12
other
hours.
places that he's
I mean, it still takes longer to get from where he's living now to San Francisco than it does from us to get to Pittsburgh.
Tomato, tomato.
Hey, do you guys want to go to Buffalo next year? Go see a game?
God, you really are Mike Mock. Jesus, it's Christmas.
Well, listen, how cool would it be to party with Bill's Mafia?
No, because they would just.
We would die.
No, he would die, not us.
No, we would die because we would try to fit in right away, and they would sniff out that we're false people. Kendall doesn't look like a Bills fan. He looks like Andy Dalton. Actually, they might like him because he got into the playoffs.
I could say I am Andy Dalton. And they say, you suck. Yeah, I know.
I have 2 toasts to excellence. One is to
Andy Dalton.
No, one's local. One was to the Newtown high school football team winning the state championship on the anniversary of the tragic national event that took place, however many years ago it was.
And Sheehan.
I think it was 7.
Sheehan sucks.
Hey, they won somehow.
And they suck. And then my other one, I was almost going to say my real one. My real one is to Tre'Davious White for last night in the game, saying his college as the Trey White Goalie Academy, which stems back from like a practice squad video of him putting on full goalie pads in practice squad and stopping pucks in the middle of practice.
Oh,
I guess
didn't
I
catch
saw
that.
And he's like I could have been pro in the video. So he's in his thing. He said that he
You know
was.
who he could have been? PK Subban's brother, Mark.
I don't. What?
Did that fall flat?
I got it. That's all that matters.
All right.
I guess it's better.
Crack 'em, fellas.
This is better than if you said Keith Subban.
Crack 'em, yak 'em.
I'm so excited to drink a beer.
All right. So
Stands for Patrick Kane Subban. Did you know that?
we have new private stock on the show.
Is it Gatorade? 'Cause
It is.
that's pretty exciting.
Kind of.
You know, it's
But
fun.
why couldn't you get the good Gatorade?
Who would like to start?
I will.
But why couldn't it be the good Gatorade?
Does this feature any of last week's private stock in
It
it?
does not. I promise
Which
you.
is
it
still
does not.
kicking around somewhere. if
It's in the
anyone
fridge.
fridge. I don't know why.
'Cause-
So, who
No,
made
no, no.
this?
Didn't know.
Mass
Just
made
drink
it?
it.
No, but who made it?
I did.
There's a lot of Gatorade in there.
There's actually not.
I'm going to ask one question. It's not about it's not about actually naming something in it. Is there something in this that had gone on a trip with us to Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Yeah, you could tell right off the bat.
Is there graves in that? Are we gonna? Why?
It's amazing how it just cuts through anything it's with.
But why? Why are we doing that?
Wait a
Madison
minute.
brought it.
Hold on. You bought a handle? You're not letting Kendall keep that.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to keep it here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna go to Mass's house where I know it's actually.
You know what I thought you were about to say? I thought Paul was about to say it's going to Goodwill.
Find this a good home.
Kendall, you're not bringing that home.
I'm not going to bring it.
You'll drink it.
Will he?
Well, I won't drink it by myself.
All right, Kendall, give me the handle.
She's
You're
not
sure
gonna
as hell
drink
not going to drink it with us.
Well, why?
Rebecca, pass me the handle.
Oh my God, there's so much missing.
Oh my God, there's no Gatorade in that.
I'm just going to keep it here for now.
All right.
Is it just
so,
Give that to your husband.
so hold on. So now that everybody's tasted this, does anybody watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
That's
watched
Riot
it.
Juice.
Hmm?
That's Riot Juice.
So it's grain and Gatorade.
That's grain, Gatorade, and a little bit of blue curacao.
You bought blue curacao for this?
You killing
That's
us?
what that was. That's why you took the bag.
Well, what's curacao?
It's like a sugary blue drink.
Do you want to try it real quick?
No.
Okay.
It kind of just looks like a bitch drink, but
I need the top or send it back.
No, finish it.
Oh, my God.
No, wait.
you
Here's
lose Kendall very early in the show. I need it for the third hour.
here's my question: was the Gatorade originally that color? That
No.
blue color? What color was it before?
It was a blue Gatorade, but it wasn't that dark.
That's what she said.
that was
What?
racist.
Yeah, what the hell?
And
Why are you
can
making fun of fucking Smurfs?
I understand that she's cold and trying to get warm, but could you please tell her to stop? Like, she has her clam like right on the heater, and it's pretty disturbing over here. I can see it. I can see it. It's right there.
Stop it.
Can we just ask her to
Stop being
put her
a
feet
thot.
down?
All right, Kendall,
Put your
send that back.
Okay, well, put the top. I want to transport it with the top on.
I got you. No, I want to give it to him. I want to flick it like we did in high school.
Rebecca, can you get that?
Damn it.
Fucking useless.
But give it to me.
We're going to try it again.
All right, so I was thinking of something for private stock that stumbled on my timeline the other day. I said, hey, this will make everybody miserable. Might as well fucking do it.
He's right.
He wasn't here last week. Hey, could you go in the fridge and get the bottle of vodka out
I
of there?
already tried it.
You have to try it on the end.
Can you do it anyways? Because I kind of want that more than
No.
that.
I
No,
definitely want that more than that.
That's private stock now.
We have to drink Graves.
That's supposed to be a Pittsburgh only thing.
It's not a show thing.
Yeah,
We have to talk
if
to
you're
these
gonna bring
people.
Graves, you need to bring sheets.
Yeah.
So hold on.
We have to talk to these people.
Maybe in the
And I actually kind of enjoyed that last week.
All right, so here, listen. The reason why it was Graves, I came here on my way from a meeting for work.
And they didn't have Everclear.
I stopped at 4 package stores on the way. That was the only thing I found, and I found it in the last one.
So what were you looking for, though?
Grain alcohol.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what grain alcohol you get. They're all terrible.
I know, but to not get Graves. I was going to get Everclear if I could find it, but...
I would have been just as mad if it was Everclear.
All right, well...
I wouldn't have been like, oh, well, you could have at least got Graves.
Like there's some distinction.
Yeah, like, oh, you got rubbing alcohol, but you got the CVS brand? I'm a Walgreens guy myself.
This is private stock.
What's the black thing they put on wounds? The black bottle. You know what I'm talking about.
Hydrogen peroxide?
There we go. We should have that.
That's rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, but we should have
I
that.
think hydrogen peroxide is like lesser alcohol content. Right? I think it's a little
I think
less.
it
Yes,
might
but
be,
it
yeah.
dissolves.
So what are we doing? Why are we drinking that?
Because we are.
Who wants chowder?
You know, since Kendall was in on this, next week we're drinking Scope.
No, Kendall wasn't in on this.
He hid the Graves.
Well, it was
Well,
going to be for the
I
reveal.
also don't want to drink Scope. Do I have to?
You know, you can have
Oh, Scope and Graves.
wow.
My God.
Should we just gargling with that?
Dude, that game's going to get you guys all fucked up.
Oh, God. So
We need
hold
a
on. Why
designated
does he have to
driver
drink
that doesn't
Scope?
care about driving everywhere.
Rebecca,
Why does he have to drink Scope?
she has to. What?
Why does he have to drink Scope?
You're all drinking Scope next
Why?
week. Because that's my private stuff.
Yeah, I'm buying it. Purple flavor, too.
Come on.
I'll drink Scope.
At least I tried to cut it a little bit. It didn't work, but I tried.
Yo, we're about to have some minty-ass fucking breath, all right? And we're about to feel like shit.
Get pulled over. No, I just brushed my teeth. I know what you're talking about.
Can you
So-
imagine the breathalyzer?
This is
What that would
private
read
stock. now.
as?
People will deal.
One time I was really drunk and went to. I came in from the house. I remember I got a ride home from somebody. Well, I went in the house and I decided that it was really important. Drunk Paul decided it was super important that I brush my teeth that night. Super important. Now I try to brush them every night,
Which
but
night we talking?
this was
Living in my house?
no,
Living at Ken's house?
no. This was,
Maple?
no, this was before like. It was like senior year. I don't think I wasn't with you guys. Like this didn't happen with you guys. But I was dipping at the time.
Good for you.
Yeah. And so I just put a lot of toothpaste on my toothbrush, put it in my mouth, and just went ham at brushing while, not remembering that I had a
Oh,
horseshoe
no.
in, and just brushed long cut deep into my gums.
That's
Oh,
gross.
Yeah.
no.
We should do that.
You talk about getting a real buzz real quick.
We should do that. You guys in?
Imagine cutting open your gums and then pretty much just putting the long cut in the cut.
So is that enough from everybody?
No, we could do that. Oh, Kyle's trying to get a cup for some more Graves.
Oh, it's not. I need a cup to put my
All right,
2 hour snuffs in.
every 10 minutes, we're gonna go back around the horn with it.
10 minutes. Can we
Every
do at
10
least 30?
You want to do 30 seconds? All right,
There's
pass it.
probably this much grapes in there.
I think we can do it.
I would taste it if
Yeah.
there was no Graves in there.
I know that we can do it, but I don't want to do it.
I think you'll warm up to it.
I'll tell you what.
No, 'cause I get tired of it on the trip.
Listen,
I get.
I'm gonna
My
make.
stomach hurts when we buy it.
I'm going to make amends real quick.
There's no men's. You're a piece of
Sure.
shit.
Yeah.
For life.
So here's my first amends for not being on the show the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Ooh,
dick.
Mass going hard early.
Yeah, he's going to have to fucking, walk home.
This is very much like the Pittsburgh trip.
yeah, except he doesn't have to sit in the back seat the whole way.
I think he likes the Braves.
I think he just wants to fit in.
Fit in. Don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy this.
There's no peer pressure about the Graves. You want to snort crack or something like that? I'm all for you. Good for you. But don't drink the Graves.
Drink the Graves.
This is for buying grapes.
I like cocaine. Cocaine's a better drug. Oh, my nostrils are so
Throw up
big.
tonight.
Is that true?
No?
If you can find me an article that proves your nostrils get bigger with cocaine usage, I'll drink the rest of the private stock.
I'm not digging that.
Not
dude.
you, Mass. Only Kyle.
He knows I'm not going to do it.
Complacency is king.
All right, so bunch of shit happened this week.
Oh, shit. Hold on. We got to do that football thing, right?
Okay, Kyle, when Kyle reviews, well, not
Kyle,
reviews.
you want me to do it this week, or do you
Yeah, I
want to
got it.
Oh.
You guys can tag team it like they do on
See,
ESPN.
We could do every other game. I forgot this game was even on.
We could do every other game, but it's entirely based off of the games being in the same order on our phones.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
We're
You
going to
guys
take...
should probably pull it up on the exact same website.
Nah.
No.
Just gonna go for it.
Right,
All right,
you start off first. I got second.
Let me just cue it up a second.
All right.
Oh my god!
What's your
an
first
ad.
game? That's
The
the
Thursday night game.
God.
What's your first Sunday game?
It depends on what you go with. Oh, like on here?
Yeah.
Seahawks Panthers.
Oh, we might be on the same page.
Patriots Bengals.
Yeah,
Bucks Lions.
correct.
Bears Packs.
Yeah,
Broncos Chiefs.
yeah.
All right, you guys are good.
Yeah, the last one's gonna be wrong. I know it.
All right, you guys ready?
What
Yeah.
was the Thursday night game?
Jets Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Getting Sports with Drunk NFL Rundown, presented by
Samsung.
K Quick Souls.
Not a sponsor.
K Quick Souls and the Hostess Cupcake the Riddler. Thursday Night Football saw the 11-2 Ravens facing off against the 5-8 New York Jets, in which the Ravens stomped out the Jets. Lamar Jackson putting up 5 touchdowns on like 17 passes,
Ruining my fantasy season.
ruining his fantasy season, and the Ravens running up the score as much as possible.
The
Ravens
one,
42, Jets 21.
the one shout out we didn't do, the Toast of Excellence, Lamar Jackson breaking the rushing record.
Yeah, who cares? Now on to Sunday night. Now, what? I'll take the straight for that one. Down to Sunday football. The Seahawks Panthers. Seattle travels into Carolina. Takes over first place with a victory for a 30-24 victory as Kyle Allen sucks once again.
New starting quarterback.
Does Cam stay? TBD.
The New England Patriots went to Cincinnati to take on the one-win Bengals. The Bengals looked strong at the start, leading 10-3, but the Patriots played defensive football like they have all year. Stephon Gilmore recording 2 picks and a touchdown as the Patriots rout the Bengals 34-13.
Tampa, Detroit, David Blau sucks. Jameis Winston, though. Will he keep his starting job after a 458-yard, 4-touchdown performance? Maybe, but it was against the Lions. TBD.
The Chicago Bears try to keep their playoff hopes alive, visiting the Green Bay Packers. Well, those playoff hopes are now extinguished. They are a 7-7 franchise after falling 13-21 to the Green Bay Packers, all because the fullback didn't want to give it to Allen Robinson on the 2-yard line.
Broncos, Chiefs.
Oh, sorry. And Mitch Trubisky puts together another decent type performance. Is he the starting quarterback next year? TBD.
That's right. Broncos, Chiefs.
Tom Brady's dick.
Snow and tundra. Mahomes lights it up in the snow with 340 yards and 2 TDs. Drew Lock, not very good that game. Will he be the quarterback next week?
TBD.
TBD.
I'm confused.
Why is that?
All right, so I'm going to do the Dolphins-Giants, but is your next game the same game I'm looking at? Is it not supposed to be in that next spot?
I don't know. I don't know which one. No, I got.
All right, we're going to start getting different there. Miami Dolphins go to the New York Giants to play some New York football there. Eli Manning's possible last home game? TBD. But the Miami Dolphins fall 36-20 to the New York Giants, both sporting a 3-11 record. That's right, folks. The Giants were actually worse than the Dolphins at one point this season.
That's right. Texans, Titans. The Texans go into Tennessee to knock off that red hot Titans. 24-21. Will the Texans be in first place after week 17? TBD.
We should have counted.
The Philadelphia Eagles host or go through the Washington Redskins. The Eagles continue to look inconsistent at best, but manage to pull out a much-needed victory, 37-27, after Carson Wentz completes what might be the touchdown pass of the season. But is he ever MVP caliber again? TBD.
Browns, Cardinals. The Browns go into Arizona and suck up the joint. Give up 38 points to a pretty terrible offense.
No, give up 38 points to Kenyon Drake, man.
Oh, yeah. Kenyon Drake had 4 TDs. Will Freddie Kitchens be the coach next year?
No.
TBD.
The Jacksonville Jaguars going to Oakland to play the last home game for the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders have been an up-and-down team all year as of the Jaguars there, but can Derek Carr and company get the job done? No. They can't, and they lose the last home game for the Oakland Raiders. Trash thrown on the field by the fans. Can they find more luck in Vegas? TBD.
Vikings Chargers. Minnesota going to LA. Struggling Chargers team. Minnesota takes over. Dalvin Cook gets hurt once again. But Phillip Rivers' time done here in LA? TBD.
The LA Rams go to Dallas and get stomped hard. Cooper Kupp, Todd Gurley, all of them smashed by Dak Prescott. This 44-21 victory for the Cowboys helps keep them in first place in the NFC East. Does a playoff berth give Jason Garrett his job back? TBD.
Falcons Niners. The Falcons go into San Francisco and pull up an upset. Drops the 49ers to a 5 seed. Can the 49ers get back to the 1? TBD.
And then in Sunday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills march into Pittsburgh and claim a 17-10 victory after very sloppy play offensively from both teams. Two good defensive units, a lot of fumbles by the Bills, a lot of picks by Quack Hodges. Can the Steelers keep finding some momentum to get them into the playoffs at a 6 seed? TBD.
Yes. Monday Night Football, already the second quarter. The Colts and the Saints. Saints currently lead 3-0. Can the Saints hold on to the lead? TBD.
I like how it all just became TBD.
I fucking hate you both.
I just wish that we thought of that like week 1.
Yeah, also, it's kind of crazy how it kind of worked.
Oh, it did work. Totally.
Yeah, that was great.
I also think that from now on, assuming we still have this show next year, because a lot of things can happen, a lot of DUIs and stuff. I think Kyle and I should do that. We should tag team it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, TBDs are like, where's
We gotta
that?
start synchronizing up though. We gotta do like a different accent for every single one.
I just kind of like do what I want.
I know, but your voice is gonna get very hoarse soon.
Yeah,
Do you
The
guys
Chargers.
that's kind of
Do
what
you
I
guys
do.
have that many
You know,
different accents in the
It
barrel?
would be cool
Yeah.
if Jeff was here, because then like
Oh, yeah.
8 consecutive weeks we would like have somebody to like have some meeting in this game. I don't give a fuck.
They're talking about the Saints.
Yeah,
Nice.
TBD.
TBD.
What is I haven't kept track of this. What does Drew Brees have to do tonight? He throws 3
He's
touchdowns.
gonna pass Peyton Manning.
No,
The paper is going to come back out of retirement.
I hope. So are they gonna stage it so it's like a really big play again, so we can run down the field and be like, "Yeah, Adrian, we did it." So Mass's minutes, Mass's monumentous moments, Mass's misses one show and fucks everything up.
Master's
You had
masterpiece.
this segment that we all loved, and you haven't done it in like 2 years.
I haven't done it in 2 weeks.
You haven't done it since the Pittsburgh trip.
Has it been that long?
Yeah,
Okay. I will have it ready for next week.
I want it ready now.
Okay. Well,
Hey, did you get my handwriting in that?
give me
I
a
didn't, I
second.
didn't read it yet.
Oh.
He read it and said it was very nice, though. He said he liked it. That's why he's not coming on the show next week.
And that's why you're going to help me with this, because
Me?
I wouldn't be able to do it by myself.
Oh, God.
All right,
it's like a
so-
board game. I already read the first thing. It's like a board game, but the board spins.
TBD.
Yeah, do you really want me to try and do this on the fly? Not gonna end well.
Nah. I got a couple things we can talk about real quick.
Go.
I have one for Kendall.
All right.
Okay.
That's okay, real quick. Kendall, I wanted to just know, what do you think? So they started naming the wide receivers on the all-time list for the NFL. What do you
Disagree.
How do you feel about Randy Moss being the first person they named?
So I've kind of followed this now. When they name the first person, that makes him the best one.
No.
Is that what they're saying?
No. But it's just that he was just the first person named. It's just the first one they unveiled. Doesn't mean that they're not saying he's better than Jerry Rice.
Everybody's on the same level. They're pretty much saying.
Gotcha. I mean,
That's not what they're saying.
I'm okay with it. He was the freak, belovedly called the freak.
How do you just always seem to be open?
Because he's so ugly, no one wants to go near him.
My dad made a good point. He does look like Sideshow Bob.
He's so ugly. He is so ugly. He's got the longest, widest nose I've ever seen on somebody.
He's also
His nose is the size of Kawhi Leonard's hand.
He is pretty good though.
Nah, Drew Brees makes the receiver, hands down.
That's fine.
I need to see him do it with
I
Tannehill.
called that though 3 years ago when he got drafted by Ohio State.
What?
Yeah, I called it 3 years ago
yeah.
when he was drafted out of Ohio State. I was like, this guy's gonna be a gem.
See, we need more players doing that, though. Like, give up the touchdown, but then deliver a really hard legal hit. Start taking guys out of games.
Right in the sternum.
Well, butts, baby.
So anyway, back to what you were saying there, whoever was talking. Kyle.
So
I'm
I
cool
think
with
it's
it.
okay.
No, somebody was about to say something, then I interrupted them. I think it was you.
Oh.
No, I think it was
I
Matt.
just said he looks like Sideshow Bob.
No,
I don't
no,
think it
no,
meant anything.
no, Mass. I interrupted you when I said something about Randy Moss.
He said he had a couple things to talk about.
That's not what was going on.
What?
What?
Do you have some stuff to talk about?
I just have a question.
Okay.
Anyone really shocked about Josh Gordon?
No.
All right, there we
Now
go.
we know why the
That's-
Patriots
that's-
released him.
That's that discussion.
You think Terrell Suggs plays for the Chiefs?
No,
Why?
I don't think he would have played for. I don't think he's going to play for anybody but the Ravens.
I agree.
He pretty much already said he's going to hold out until unless he was picked up by the Ravens.
Which kind of annoys me.
Why?
I mean, I
The
get
guy's
it. There's a-
42 years old. Give him a break.
I mean, it's just like, hey, here's a free ride, to...
You say that like the Chiefs might not give him a free ride right now.
I'm
The
just
only,
saying that
the only
it's like,
competition in the AFC is the Ravens.
perhaps one of the post-Ray Lewis, post-Ed Reed, the face of the Ravens for the past, 5 to 6 years. What is called that? He was the face of the Ravens. He doesn't sign or whatever. They trade. I can't remember what happened. He goes and plays in Arizona. Doesn't play particularly well.
They cut him this offseason, I think.
And then he gets cut by the Cardinals, and it's like, well, hey, I'm just gonna hop on the Raven ship again. And
Well, I don't think he got cut by the Cardinals. I think it was just like a mutual.
Well,
go get your ring, bro.
Still, but then what's the point? Then why even go play anywhere else if you just want to play for the Ravens?
Because the Ravens cut him.
Yeah, and he's also from Arizona. Like, that's where his house is and kids live. I
Is that
know
where
that
spring
I
training
say
is?
that a lot, but that's a real thing.
That's all you say, Kyle.
That's a real thing.
Guy's like a fucking real life goddamn Berkshire Hathaway.
We don't think of that stuff, man. We don't think about the kids.
Yeah, well, let me ask you something. What do you think about Janoris Jenkins being a Saint?
I'm sorry, what?
Did that happen?
Yeah.
They didn't announce who claimed him.
Saints.
Yeah, I just said it.
It's a pretty good move.
When did they announce that?
Earlier today.
Yeah.
I saw it.
I saw he got picked up. I didn't say that they announced it.
So you think they were just like, yeah, he got picked up. Guess who? You're never going to know.
TBD.
Yeah,
He got it.
Rappaport literally tweeted that out.
Rappaport's a fucking idiot.
Yo, we should become a fucking Rappaport diss artist, bro.
I would like to have they have those boxing matches. Any of those NFL insiders that would be funny to fight, even if I lost.
Would you like to fight your boy?
Yeah, Schefter, absolutely.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the rules guy?
No, not Mike Pereira.
Because yes, Mike Pereira.
The bird.
Oh,
Mike Mayock?
no. You're trying.
glasses.
I know. Oh my
He
god.
does the draft night shit.
Schefter.
I can't think of his name.
They're both stupid.
But
we
that
don't
literally
speak.
got tweeted.
Bird
so that was
speak.
the thing.
Oh my god, I know exactly.
I'm not crazy, but that happened.
So the NFL was just like,
blanking on the name,
we're not
too.
going to tell you who picked them up. The NFL's stupid. Your reports are stupid. Stop being boys with him. What the fuck's his name?
I can't think of. I know exactly who it
It's
looks
not
like.
Mike Pereira, right?
No.
You got a widow speak.
Yeah.
Big time.
Dean Blandino.
No.
What is he?
He does the NFL draft.
Mel Kiper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I think it's the other guy.
No, it's I'm talking about Mel Kiper because he looks like a bird.
It's going to be 5 seconds.
Okay, all right. Who's leading the Grizzlies in points, Mass?
Grizzlies and points. Giannis? No.
That's antler combo to you, sir.
First of all, Rebecca just told you to brush your teeth. Second of all, he doesn't play for them. And third of all, I'd like to make a statement real quick. Did you know, because I didn't know this, did you know that our good dear friend, the Red Baron, was King Kiss-Ass yesterday?
I'm sorry, what?
He texted a certain leader of the house that Kyle and I are living in.
Oh yeah.
saying, "Hey, Kyle invited us over to come to watch football, but we're really just coming for you. Can we get you anything?"
Wow.
Yeah. And I'll do it again.
I'm sure
She
he will.
didn't respond though.
She did. She
Did
showed
she?
me the text because she asked you for stuffed bread and you didn't get it.
I didn't get that text.
How do you know?
We were talking about, I said, did I?
No, because she has trackers on your phone. She sees what you get. She linked it up. Every time you text that girl from Scores, what was her name? Jed?
Lowry. Jed Lowry.
Good Lowry.
Gross.
Handsome
But-
woman.
Back to the Janoris Jenkins thing. It's a pretty good signing.
What the fuck did you just say?
They heard me.
You think it's a good sign?
Yeah, he doesn't have to be the one. He can just play, whatever.
Hilarious, though. Another Giants secondary member hanging around there.
Yeah, no kidding. Back with Eli.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't fall from the tree.
Ooh. Man.
Bad at that.
Johnny Appleseed, baby.
What?
So that was Janoris Jenkins. That was who's the kid in Washington now?
What?
Landon Collins, Eli Apple. Who's the fourth one from that group that I'm missing?
Oh, that squad was terrible.
Well, Ross Cockrell's with the Panthers.
Prince of Mukamura.
It actually might have been. That might be who I'm thinking of. But
Everyone, I mean, look, I get it. Landon Collins is good, but they wanted to crown that guy after one season. I don't know. I'm not with it. Sorry, Giants fans, I'm not with you.
Yeah.
He's just a big
Yeah,
hitter.
see?
Right.
And we saw how good that was for the Steelers with Mike Mitchell.
I mean, think about even like a guy like
So
Dante.
nothing,
Whitman.
huh? Nothing out of that?
Well, I mean, was the,
You guys suffered
was
enough
that
last
the
night.
joke?
Yeah.
Quack, quack, quack.
It's a first bad game.
Really bad game. Imagine your first bad game being like Helen Keller's best game. Rebecca's like, I don't approve of that joke. I like plain jokes.
Well, here's the thing about
Rebecca made a joke about 9/11 and laughed at it. I want everyone to know that on the air. Rebecca Sanderson did it.
Stop.
She did it. She did it. You can find her at blah, blah, blah school teaching your kids about 9/11 and how hilarious she thinks it is.
I do like blah 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 school.
Yeah.
Come on, just lighten up.
Stop it.
how long have you guys had Joe Hayden on your team?
2 years.
2 years.
Last year was his first year.
So in 2 years, Joe Hayden now has more wins with the Steelers than he did in 7 years in Cleveland.
Cleveland Browns are the only team in the NFL to not have a winning season this
This
decade.
decade. Yep.
Wow.
Oh, Matt, just real quick. Decade. Schefter said it. I saw it. It's on Twitter. Schefter said it. I saw it. It was on Reddit. Schefter read it.
I believe that the Patriots are the first team to make the playoffs every year in a decade as well.
Oh, it's
Schefter
easier.
must have said it. Schefter read it. Reddit Schefter. Schefter read
See,
it.
like, they have it easy, though.
Schefter read it.
They had to face
Schefter read it.
the
Schefter read it.
Dolphins for 10
Will
years.
Mass and Mary Schefter? TBD.
I didn't say they didn't have it easy. I just said they were the first.
No,
to
I
do it.
know. But when Chad Pennington, the only guy that won the division besides Brady.
First of all, you put some fucking respect on that name.
I love Chad.
Don't call him that. You don't know
But
him
like
that well.
Chad out of the
Sanchez-
University of Marshall, by the way.
Mark Sanchez went to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, but he was a wild card. And lost to
Pittsburgh.
that's right, twice.
Growing up in this area, the Chad Pennington jersey was always available, like at Kohl's.
Yep,
I think I owned one
I did too. Why?
because it was available.
It was like a little guy.
Sorry. TBD.
You need like music to go with it.
So Kyle,
This is what I was talking about earlier. We need this. We need more of this. More chaos. More fun.
Yeah,
there's a dude on the Lakers.
Forgot about that.
dude on the
There's a dude on the Lakers that I don't know a lot about, but I see everybody on the
Alex Caruso.
Yeah, him.
the Jack guy.
Alex Caruso.
The bald white dude.
Yeah.
He seems like a lot of fun. Tell me about
He,
him.
well, he also has a YouTube video out now, and he was playing hide and seek with his kids.
Yeah. So Alex Caruso was one of those players that was kind of like a bench guy. He's got a good arsenal of weaponry on him, but he was always a bench guy or whatever. And then the Lakers last year decided they were going to trade everybody in the franchise to try to get AD, and then people started getting hurt, and then they traded everybody to get AD. So Caruso kind of was just like, hey, we got to play them. We got to play the guys we have. We only have 4 of them, so let's do this until we start getting other guys. And Caruso just became,
He dunked on a guy.
That was last year. That was fucking sick. That was
Ron went
really
nuts.
This year, too.
Vince Caruso. Sounds way better.
According to lineups.com,
That's a guy.
Yeah, but it sounds way
No,
better.
it's Vince Russo, my bad. The WWE guy.
No, that's how you pronounce your friend's name there. It's Vince Russo.
I can you imagine we called him Vince?
we should start.
Why? We don't talk to him.
Oh!
We could.
Oh, snap.
Just start talking to him again just to call him Vince.
I don't know, will we? TBD.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like,
That's gonna be an around the horn every time we do
I
that.
like Buzz more.
All right.
He was so mad.
TBD. Okay, send it this way, Mass.
According to lineups.com, what do you think Alex Caruso's rating is out of 100?
He's a 78.
All right. What do you think, Mass?
I'm gonna go with an 82.
What is ratings like? Is that like 2K's ratings?
Oh, I don't know. This is lineups.com's rating. It means nothing. Shout out lineups.com. Please be a sponsor.
I didn't know there was a thing.
I just found
Currently not a sponsor.
We should make that a sponsor.
80, what'd you say?
82.
In the spirit of Mike Mock, I'll go 80.
So think more about how like 2K would analyze this
Yeah,
player.
78.
76.
Mass, you sticking with 82?
Yep.
74.
I was right.
I was closer.
Nah,
I said 76.
you went after.
What?
Yeah. The first person that guesses is always right. You know this.
I don't, because you're
What?
always wrong, and you're always the first person that guesses. Will you ever be right? TBD.
God damn it.
So like, yeah,
So like, yeah,
yas.
he was showing up for a lot of the top highlights on Reddit for a little while.
He's definitely on steroids.
Is he?
No, but would be funny. Nice catch, dude. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He already has over 100 yards.
Who's the kid on Charlotte? The rookie, right?
Devontae Graham?
Yeah.
Not a rookie.
Is he not?
No, he's kind of been like a
Is
terrible
it Devontae
player
Graham
until-
that's just the kid who's throwing his body around to try and go up to make shots?
Yeah, like he's like he was bad for a few years, and then he gets an opportunity and he playing well. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Now he'll get fucking paid like $72 million a year, and that's about it.
The Hornets roster is hilarious.
Is it?
They're not that bad though.
No, it's not bad, but the people are funny.
Yeah, they're bad. Like they should be worse than what they are.
What do you mean by that? Like they're overperforming?
Oh yeah,
Does Cody Zeller start?
yeah.
That's awesome.
What do you guys think about Luka? How do I say his last name?
Doncic.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Luka Duncan. What do you think about his injury?
I mean, it's an ankle injury. It's not a. It's a big deal. It could definitely mess up his like shooting form, but he's good enough to like just be able to pass and. Dude, that's another team that's just overperforming.
You don't think the Mavs are as good as they are?
I do now, not when I first started the year.
So I understand that I don't know if they've lost any games recently, but currently the Miami, or as of 5 days ago, the Miami Heat were on a 24-0 run. Are they a threat for the East right now?
I don't think that's true.
They're a threat to make it into the playoffs.
What do you mean by 24-0 run?
Like they scored 24 points in one quarter. Yes. You know, like you know how it says like in the bottom of the corner of the screen, like the Heat are on a 24-0 run right now.
Yeah.
One of those.
Oh, they were on a 24-0.
Yeah,
I thought you meant they went 24-0.
No.
Lost the championship.
No, they were on. They were down 117.
Are
to
the
108.
Heat? The Heat are good against.
Are they real?
They don't match up well with certain teams. For the Sixers, for example, they don't match up with them.
Okay.
Sixers are too big. They have a very small lineup. Their center's 6'9", and Bam Adebayo. But they're a very physical team, and that's the perfect team for Jimmy Butler because he's a physical player and can pretty much do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't blame the guy for going there.
Right.
But they are a good team, and they can make a run. I just don't think they'll win anything
All right.
until they get another star.
I think we should do a shot every week that Udonis Haslem is still playing.
Hey,
Well-
so you're
Damn.
You're probably Derrick Rose's biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm here.
Man, why don't the NBA talk? Because all the things you're talking about are on the test.
That's why he's doing it.
I'm honestly just going through Reddit.
What do you think about this? Giannis Doncic. One of them's got to be right. Well, we're talking about the Trailblazers, so. Well,
Derrick Rose's. Who did he? I think he threw. Who did he throw the game winner against last week?
well, you don't throw game winners in basketball.
He fucking talked that
Derrick
shit.
Rose throws a touchdown to Andre Drummond to win it in the 9th,
I know the game you're talking about.
and the
spotless
Devils fans go
quarters.
nuts.
I don't remember the team exactly who they played. But it was 115 and 113. That's all I remember.
Yes,
How
whatever.
the fuck do I remember the score? Not
He
the
hit
game?
a D Rose patent shot, mid-range fade away from the elbow.
And his quote after the game was, "Part of my English, but I was born to do this shit." Does that make you love D Rose even more?
You spoke pretty well English there. No.
Yeah, Alex English.
That's his full quote. Part
Get
of
it?
English.
What team you play for?
Who?
Alex English.
I have no idea.
Get her out. I'll take a shot.
How many guesses?
You have one.
Oh well.
The biggest I could give you is in the Western Conference.
That doesn't help me.
Also, he's a hockey player.
I don't even know if this team is in the Western Conference. OKC?
Well, they are, but they weren't around back then.
No. All right. Well,
Would have been the Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, and the correct answer was the Denver Nuggets.
was
So
not
you're
going
gonna, have to,
near.
you're gonna have to funnel that shit in your ass.
Could you imagine?
Do you think he'll throw up? TBD.
All right. Well, since NBA apparently is being, or is currently throwing out Kyle's quiz because I'm asking all the
No,
questions.
you can go ahead. You can keep going.
Nah,
Anything that can help you guys out.
We didn't talk about the Patriots scandal with the Cincinnati tape,
We did.
did we?
Yeah,
When?
last week.
Was it a thing last week?
Yeah, we talked about
Oh,
it
all right. Well,
for a
so
couple
much
of
for that.
seconds. Because it's not really... It's whatever.
Yeah, it's not even a thing. Who cares? They're gonna do it again.
The guy got suspended for it. Whatever. Bill didn't know anything about it.
Oh, supposedly.
Whatever. Not like the Bengals had a chance to win that game anyways.
Hey, they look good for like a quarter.
Yeah.
They were running hard, and
So
then
was-
Dalton did his thing.
We were talking about Michael Thomas earlier. Michael Thomas currently has the second most catches all time in a player's first 5 seasons. He's currently not even finished with his 4th season. Which
he's been really good his entire career, but this
it doesn't help that he has the quarterback with the greatest completion percentage in history throwing to him.
Right.
Yeah, but Drew Brees can't win when he's facing 10+ win teams. So he's like 1-13.
Is he really?
Yep.
That's awesome. I never knew that.
I have a chance in our GSWD league still, but I doubt it. I'm still down by 29.
You know what's going to be really annoying? For the rest of the season, it's going to be like Brees going to throw 3 touchdowns, then Brees is going to throw 2, then he's going to throw 4, then 3, and it's going to be like, we've had 17 lead changes in this season. It's
Does he need 3 to tie it or 3 to take it?
No,
over?
the next one takes it over.
Yeah.
The first one tied, the one that Thomas tied Brady, and
Okay.
this one to Stills just tied,
So he's gonna break it,
Yes.
and then Brady's going to break it next week.
Yes.
and then he's gonna break it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. That's what I just said. And then you're going to be like, can you believe it? The NFL touchdown passing record was broken like 6 times this season. What a display. It's like, shut up. When Peyton Manning comes back, it's all over.
Yeah. What's Dolphins?
So we might be talking about this a little early considering the season's not over yet.
Yes, Chase Young will not be entering the draft.
Yes, he will. Anybody who thinks he's not is stupid, and I will take a shot for that if I'm wrong.
So if we all say that he's not doing it and he doesn't, do you have to take 3 shots?
No. Just one shot if he doesn't enter the draft.
One shot of Graves?
Sure.
The real Graves.
As opposed to...
Like straight up Graves?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I have a triple shot glass in my house. You can say what kind of shot.
It's true.
Yeah, I will be flabbergasted if Chase Young decides to go back to school.
I'll take some of that action. He goes back to school.
Got no ink in it.
I wasn't offering you action. I was offering you just in general.
Kyle,
Yeah.
take some of that action.
What action?
Camera, baby.
No, that he's going to go back to school.
Yeah, Chase Young's going back.
He's not going back.
And if he
Kendall,
doesn't,
take some of that action.
All right, I'm going to take the over. I'm going to say he doesn't even play football professionally. So that's my prediction.
All right, are you taking a shot if you're right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I mean,
That's perfect, because if you're wrong, you don't have to take a shot. Pretty much higher chance of that.
Yeah.
So we're all taking some of this action. Mass is dissing out.
yeah.
I'm taking one shot if I'm wrong.
Where's he going?
Doesn't matter. Still some of this
Double
action.
shot. Where's he going?
I have no idea.
Triple
depends
shot.
who
What
ends up-
pick?
Who had the fucking 2 pick, Mass?
It depends.
It's gonna
what
be the fucking Giants. So
Do they have the two
Well,
pick?
right now they
right
do.
now they have the 2. Cincinnati has the 1.
They're not gonna fucking win again.
But the Giants might win again.
Who?
The Giants.
Who are they gonna play? Who are they playing? They
I
play
have
the,
no
They
idea.
play the Eagles and they play who else?
Cowboys probably.
Well, actually, no. Right now, the Giants have the tiebreakers over the Dolphins, don't they? They beat the Dolphins.
The Dolphins have 4 wins, guy.
Do they actually have 4
No,
wins?
they're both 3-11.
Yeah.
Do they? What a fucking idiots.
Yeah, so fuck you.
Well, fuck the
Aren't
Dolphins.
the Redskins also 3-11?
Yes.
Fuck the Redskins.
I like how Kyle said, who are they going to play? Like, teams are refusing to play the Giants. You know what? We're not even bother.
That scene from Gridiron Gang.
Fuck that team, too.
Yeah.
They're just afraid of Willie Weathers.
Yeah. That
And the
guy-
quarterback that only knew how to play quarterback in Madden.
I don't even remember what I was starting to talk about before the Chiefs.
I don't know. Just things happen.
we could
Take a quick break.
talk about Taylor Hall.
We can talk about Taylor Hall on my fantasy team. Let me ask you a
fuck is
question.
Taylor
Is he going to
Hall?
do better for me for the Coyotes?
Yeah.
Good. Fuck the devil. Why? Because they don't know how to use their talent.
All right.
Why?
And that's
'Cause
that
not even Jack Hughes has done anything yet. And he put me a bona fide stud and a certified G.
Can't teach that.
Carl,
I did it just so she couldn't do it. Because she was like one more WWE reference away from just like having a flood on this floor.
Here's my thing. I've been watching a lot more hockey this year, and I'm actually proud of myself.
God, 9/11 and The Rock.
But here's my thing. I don't watch a lot of Devils hockey,
Oh.
and I just go off what I heard from you that they're supposed to be good, and they've been completely buns.
I didn't say they were supposed to be like good, like as in like they were going to be the best.
No, but supposed to make a playoff spot.
I didn't say that though, did I?
I said that.
All right.
I've been listening to you, but I've over-exaggerated their expected performance. So anyways.
You trade for PK Subban, you better fucking expect greatness.
could you elaborate on that a little bit?
They should trade PK Subban. Okay?
There's no way that
To
was
the
gonna
fucking
accept-
Penguins. Why? Because we need a defenseman.
I'd like to make a quick statement. Can we stop having defensive backs when they get like interceptions and shit? Can we stop having them just run to the other end zone, even though like
They're on the 2-yard line and the others.
yeah, like they're on the 2-yard line, they make the pick and they get tackled by 9 guys and they get up and run 98 yards just to be like, "Come on, guys, we did it. You're all tired now. Sorry."
Yeah, I kind of hate that.
Just
Especially
do it
when
in
it
the other
doesn't
end
count.
zone.
just
Just turn around.
so anyway, so Taylor Hall, which he was a Devil. Taylor Hall and Blake Spears were traded to the Arizona Coyotes in exchange for Nick Merkley, Nate Schnarr, and Kevin Ball, a first-round pick next year, and a conditional third-round pick in 2021.
Is that a lot?
I mean, you should be expecting a lot of things for somebody as good as him.
What, the other guy, pretty good too?
Oh, the Coyotes totally won this trade, big time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not only did they get Taylor Hall, but they got like a formidable guy in Blake Spears for 3 B-level prospects, a late first-round pick this year, and probably a first-round pick because the conditional pick it's a third-round pick. If the Coyotes win a playoff series this year, it gets moved up to a second, or if he signs a long-term contract with them.
Good question.
If both of those happen, it becomes a first-round pick. But the Devils can't draft. The GM sucks.
Oh,
They got
all right,
Jack-
so you actually just answered my question. Then my question was, why did the Devils make the move?
Okay, but you have when you have the first overall pick. I mean, like that's different. But like all his other picks are just like have not panned out. They didn't draft Taylor Hall.
Is that why they?
No?
No, they traded for him.
Is that why he made the move? Because he sucks. Because if you said that they lost this trade when they made it, what positive did they have in making said trade?
Just Taylor Hall.
You got to think about it like this, because the
Yeah, 'cause
Devils are
they need
pretty
to
much out of it.
They need to rebuild. The Coyotes got a
Better.
former MVP on a team that's in first place in a really weak division. So they just it basically be like not this year, but like a year like when the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins were bad. It'd be like it's like this like the 17-0 Patriots. It'd be like if like a third of the way into the season, they were just like, shit, what are we gonna do? You know what? We'll just get Ray Lewis. It's like, oh, all right. Good for you guys. That hurt a lot. But the Coyotes won big time. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
All right.
I like it, though. Shakes things up. It's always lots of fun. I think Kevin Ball has a lot of upside, though. I think there's a lot of upside there. It's just a matter of if the minor league teams can work it out of him. It's a very defensive-oriented defenseman. Merkley, very agile, good playmaker.
Now, let me ask you a quick question. It's kind of a homework question.
Yeah,
But
and then Schnarr is a two-way center, so.
sticking on the hockey train, are you surprised by how good the Penguins are playing without Crosby?
No.
No?
No.
Are you surprised that Tim Jarry is better than Matt Murray?
No. I never was on the Matt Murray train.
No?
No.
'Cause that guy had, I think, what was it, 3 straight shutouts?
Something like that.
And the Penguin fans are, like, rooting for him to, like, take over the starting job. I think he has.
He won't.
No?
They'll just do two-way street.
Martin
that
Lawrence
mean?
got fat.
There's a lot of teams now that instead of doing like 50 and 32 starts or like 55 and
We'll do 41-41.
27, not 41-41, but like 48 36 or whatever the fucking math works out to. But you know what I mean? I think it actually works out 40 and 36. Yeah, it does.
Because, like, I've been looking at, like, the scores and everything and watching some games on TV. They always seem to be winning now.
Yeah, but the Penguins front office is much that of the Golden State Warriors. It's like, were the Golden State Warriors in big trouble if Klay Thompson didn't play a bunch of games 3 years ago? Were they in big trouble if Kevin Durant didn't play a bunch of games?
No.
Yeah. It's a big fucking whoop.
Do you think they're better without him?
No.
Well, like, my question is, like, so some teams play better without their star, but they're still very good with their star.
There's no...
You know what I'm saying?
If he's a true star, no team plays better without their star.
I guess what I'm saying is that they play more as a team.
Yeah. You play more as a team, which means you get more balance out of it. You get more balance, which means you get more consistency. Everybody's just stepping up a little bit versus but there's a lot of really good talent, like a lot of above average players on that team. So it's not like it's not like, oh, the A+ guy is out, so all the C- guys are playing now. It's like, oh, the A+ guy is out. Too bad they have an A-, an A, a B+, a B+, a B, a B+, an A-, a C. It's like the Warriors team, or it's like the Sixers team. It's not like, oh, they lost their star.
Paul.
Yeah, I know. It's not like if the Wizards lost Bradley Beal.
I guess.
That's totally different.
I guess I know I'll be January 17th
Where will you be?
at the movie theater.
It's TBD, actually.
Because that's my favorite movie series of all time.
That's not true.
It's up there.
That is not true.
Top 3.
What's his favorite movie series of all time?
Well, if they ever come out with a second version of that Will Smith movie on Netflix, that'll be it.
Bright?
Yeah. You loved that movie.
It was okay.
You loved it. You raved about it for like 3 weeks.
My favorite series is probably The Mighty Ducks.
Which they announced the 4th one of.
Did they?
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
Averman's going to be the coach. He'll be Bombay.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and Goldberg's got a drinking problem.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. And Conway has obesity and does a lot of coke.
Also, probably. Tyler Fulton is so ugly nowadays.
And Connie's a big whore.
Yeah. I knew that back then.
She's naked the whole movie.
We got to see this. But Tyler Fulton, though, have you guys ever seen the movie Daredevil? He played Daredevil's, like, assistant. Man, did he get fucking ugly.
All right.
Poor bastard.
So we'll go to break on that note there. Good thing it was sports related. When we come back, we're going to do TBD. Be back in 3.
Another one not paid in full. You're so fine, it won't be a loss. Cashing in the rocks, just to get you face to face. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it. When I dream, I'm doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Get the video. Fuck you so good. Get
crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch. Hey, yo, crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, yo, crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back. Come on, baby girl, you want it all. To be a star, you have to go down. Take it off, no need to talk. You're crazy, but I like the way you fuck me. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. You keep me right on. You're crazy, but I like the way you fuck me.
A study says people who fill prescriptions at CVS are better than most at staying on them, which tends to make you healthier. So come in for a free prescription savings review and treat yourself well at CVS. Terms and conditions apply. Not all prescriptions eligible. See our pharmacist or cvs.com/Rx savings.
Living my life in a slow hell. Different girl every night at the hotel. I ain't seen the sunshine in 3 damn days. Been fueling up on cocaine and whiskey. Wish I had a good girl to miss me. Lord, I wonder if I'll ever change my ways. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her.
I called you last night in the hotel. Everyone knows, but they won't tell. But their half-hearted smiles tell me something just ain't right. I've been waiting on you for a long time, fueling up on heartaches and cheap wine. I ain't heard from Since you've been gone, my world's been dark and gray.
You reminded me of brighter days.
I hoped you were coming home to stay. I was headed to church.
I was off to drink you away.
I thought about you for a long time. Can't seem to get you off my mind. I can't understand why we're living life this way. I found your picture today. I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say I want you to come back home. I found your picture today. I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say I want you to come back home. I just called to say I love you. Come back home.
And now, back to getting sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
If I could get drunk off of this shit.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, Cupcake the Riddler, and assholes, all of them. Every
Yes.
single one of them. Yeah.
I have two.
What?
Yep. You want to see?
You have two mouths.
No, I have two assholes.
Does your mouth count as Coach's asshole?
Nope.
Yes, let's see.
Sure, asshole, sure. Ooh.
Which one do you poop out of?
Bottom one.
I just think it's great that Drew Brees has all these records now, and like still nobody even like bats an eye at him as being the best quarterback of all time. He's not. I don't think he's in like. If you're not a Saints fan, I don't think he's in anybody's top like 5 discussion.
Is he in your top 5?
He's a better Charger.
I mean, for me, I don't know. Let's see: Marino, Manning, Brady, Favor. Maybe he might be 5 if I thought about it.
Over all the old-time greats?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Depends. Like I said, I gotta sit down and think about it. Sid Luckman was pretty sick.
Like, Montana or Unitas or...
Yeah.
Over both of them?
Carl Yastrzemski.
Carl Yastrzemski.
Bobby Hall.
You know, I'm really glad that Yaz is still around. Well, you
I
can
don't
get
think
the
it is.
fuck out of here.
All right, that's a shot of private stock for Rebecca.
Well, there's one bonus there for you.
Yeah. Dude, I might beat Jeff. I might actually have something to look forward to next week.
So MLB.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
You
signings.
can't just say MLB and then not have anything to segue into it.
Yeah, segueing into
There's some
it. So
big
the Yankees
signings.
signed Garrett Cole.
That's all he wants to talk about. He's just like, I just really want to talk about this. I'm such a big Yankee
All
fan.
right. Let's get this out of the way. I think the money aspect is fucking stupid.
In a bad way?
Yeah, you're paying a guy $300 million
Dude,
for
you're
every fifth day.
stupid in a good way.
And I get the whole concept. They needed a pitcher, but
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry, I was making fun of Mass.
you signed a pitcher to a $300 million contract to pitch every fifth day. Yes, he was great the last few years. But do we all remember how terrible he was a couple years ago in Pittsburgh?
No.
Yes.
He had a 4.5 ERA.
Just wanted to be known that Mass got aggressive for no reason. He hit me very hard with that thing.
Like,
You deserved it.
he's
I did.
But you actually did.
he's whatever. Like, he's not that good.
I think that they're
He benefited from having that lineup.
Oh, of course. I mean, well, let's not. He did perform these past 3 years? Was it 3 years? But you're right. You see, but the thing is, it could be said about anybody, and you can go out and he could bomb. He could be horrible. He can go out and win 6 games.
We know how people are in New York. Not everybody could pitch in New York. First of all, it's a fucking bandbox
All right.
of a stadium.
So what would you do with that money? And I'm
Spend
asking,
it on multiple pitchers.
like who? And I'm asking you this legitimately.
Okay. You
I'm
could have
not smart
got
enough to
you
give
could have
you
got
this.
Zach Wheeler for a lot cheaper. Yeah, Zach Wheeler's not your typical one, but he's on the up and rise of where he was.
5.2s is better than a 1.1 and 4.5s.
He throws 100 miles an hour. He
Do you think like it said the Yankees did that right? Do you think they would sign him as designs to be the one?
who Wheeler?
Wheeler,
No,
hypothetically
no.
speaking.
Because you still have Severino who will be back. You have Tanaka, but Tanaka's one bad pitch away from tearing his fucking Tommy John. He's been that way for a couple years now. James Paxton could be a number one, but he's always fucking hurt.
Right. So I agree with you that I think the money could
There's
have been
other
spent.
needs on that team.
Could have been spent differently.
Drew Brees just celebrated with everybody for throwing the touchdown and they got called back on a flag.
There's other needs on that team
I
besides.
just feel like Torres on that or something like that and just didn't get it. Sorry, Kyle.
Hey man, whatever.
No, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's other needs. Like they need more. In my opinion, Betances, yes, he was hurt all last year, but he's still one of the top bullpen arms in baseball.
Right. But I guess so I'm going to be playing devil's advocate here a little bit. I agree with you. I think the money could have been spent differently. But I think the Yankees had it in their mind that they kind of wanted a number one as being a title number one. And who do you think would be someone that they could have spent money on, less money, but kind of has the title of an ace in a
Steven
rotation?
Strasburg.
So you
There's
think?
no way Strasburg was leaving.
He could have.
I mean, for
But here's the thing.
a
Both
day
of
and
those
9
guys-
hours. Yeah.
First of all, Steven Strasburg's a big risk. That guy gets hurt all the time. And there's seasons where he blows the fuck up. Yeah, like last year he was dominant in the postseason. That's fine. But he's not going to be the same.
I've not argued, this conversation's come up a couple of times with Jeff, and I'm kind of, not to say that Strasburg is a bust, but I think Strasburg is never the guy he was anticipated to be.
No, so here's the thing. He went back to Washington. You know what? Yes, Washington won this World Series. Great.
Did I predict him staying there?
Right?
Did you?
I think I did. I don't know if I have it on the list.
No, he did not.
I did.
Damn.
He had him going to the Angels.
I did. I picked it.
Did I pick the Washington Nationals?
I don't know. You and Mock pretty much just said what
You
I said
weren't
for
here.
everything. Yeah, you weren't here, so you didn't pick anything.
So the thing with Strasburg is that they're a worse team now. I think it was more in their best interest to re-sign Anthony Rendon. They just lost their cleanup hitter. Juan Soto had the protection. Now he doesn't. Now you can pitch around him and be like, who's the threat behind him?
Right.
Brian Dozier, who batted .220, or Victor
Dozier.
Robles, who's not a proven hitter yet.
Adam Eaton, who hit 3 home
But
runs in the
he
World
hits
Series.
before him.
Hit him cleanup.
Like
Guy goes yard.
who? Now you're gonna have probably Carter Kieboom playing third, a shortstop, who was up for Trey Turner, didn't do shit. So I think they made the wrong move. I think they kept the wrong guy.
All right, so let's talk about a Phillies move. How do you feel about Didi?
Love it. For defensive purposes,
Who got Didi?
the Phillies.
I was kidding. Who?
Girardi wanted his guy.
Mike
Didi's
John.
been his guy since he joined the Yankees.
So, I mean, not a bad signing, but I'm not surprised with this move. I think that there's people out there who are like shocked by this happening. Oh, the Phillies making all the right things. As soon as Girardi, signed, we knew that this was going to
Look
be
at
the
this
thing.
fucking guy's face.
You're talking about me? You SOB? I look the way I look. That's a weird looking guy. But yeah, I mean, I hear all I read all these things like, the Phillies making a splash. Like, we knew this was going to happen. Like, this is not a shock to me.
Didi is better. Obviously, he's better than Cesar Hernandez.
What are you saying?
Like when they said they're going to release Cesar Hernandez, you knew what was going on. Like you know that Cesar Hernandez, like they were going to do something.
I don't know what that was.
And I think Didi was their guy all along. I don't think there was anybody else they had in mind.
Right.
He and Joe Girardi guy. Joe Girardi wanted him in New York when he was there the first time, and
But I will say that I don't think Didi is going to explode. I think he's going to be.
I think he gets back to form. I do. You know, last like he missed half of the year with Tommy John. It's hard to make up that time.
Right.
It's hard to get that timing back. People don't understand that. Like getting your timing down in baseball is probably the most hardest thing to do. One of them.
I just don't see. I think it's going to be a very similar. Now, I don't want to use the Bryce Harper example because that's a cop out. But I think people who are I'm not saying UConn. I think there's people who are anticipating this to be like an offensive explosion, and I just don't see that being the case. I see him being efficient.
You know why the Phillies are going to be good offensively again this year? They got their leadoff hitter back,
and they're going to get rid of Michael Franco.
They already got rid of him.
Exactly.
They got Andrew McCutchen back. When Andrew McCutchen was playing for the Phillies last year, they were averaging 6-7 runs a game. Paul knows because he was watching it with me. They were averaging 6 to 7 runs a game. You know, they were hitting in clutch spots. They were doing everything right. When he got hurt, they couldn't fill that void, especially defensively. And also, we have a good guy off the bench now. We still have Jay Bruce.
He looks at me like, right, Paul?
Like, Jay Bruce off the bench? Like, if you need him to start at first base or left field or right field, that's a fucking great way to have it.
Plus, anybody they trade for during the season is going to come hit 30 home runs in the first 4 games.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought you were going to say it's a great way to start the day. You were poised to say that.
Having McCutchen, to me, is more important than getting Didi Gregorius.
I can agree with that.
First of all, it's just like McCutchen's attitude and poise in that game, like, for them is more important. Defensively, dude, there were so many games defensively that they lost because McCutchen wasn't there. Like, there was a Braves game that I was watching, and it was a fly ball. Jay Bruce couldn't get to it. McCutchen would have got to that ball.
Right. Well, yeah, I think that you have McCutchen for the whole year. The Phillies are sitting in a totally different position come, September. I don't know if it really impacts what Washington does per se, but I think it definitely makes a bigger impact than
and like, because a lot of people are saying like Zach Wheeler. I think the Phillies. People are saying that Zach Wheeler hasn't reached his potential yet. If he does, awesome. If he does what he did with the Mets, I'm fine with that too. Better than what we had.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, I'm very bummed about it. It's a guy I liked. It's a guy who I thought just, he had the injury bug, and it's like anytime
but the last 2 years he hasn't.
Well, I get
right. Had the Tommy John, and that was it.
But what I guess what the point I'm making is that I think the best strides he was making was before he got hurt, and then it threw a wrench in it, and then it's like he's kind of starting.
Pitchers always have a hard time coming back.
Right, and by the time that he was getting back, he's gone.
Because last year, during the end of the season, he was starting to find it. He was reaching 100. He was using all his pitches.
Right, and that's what bummed is now he's on arrival, just like that, just kind of like you said, returning. He's hitting 100 again, and now it's like, all right, well, now he's playing for the other team that we play 35 times, whatever you want to call it.
I think Zach Wheeler could be very good. I think if he turns out to be awesome, great. If he gives me 30 starts with a 3.3 ERA, I'm cool with that.
You think it's going to be a 3 or a 2?
He's a 2.
I don't know how big of news this is, but Wade Miley just agreed to terms with the Reds.
Yeah, I just got that.
Is that anything?
Last year, Wade Miley bounced back. When Wade Miley first came up, he was a very big deal. He performed very well. And then he kind of lost his strike. He lost his strike zone. That was his problem.
Did he come up with Arizona?
Yeah. He lost his strike zone. And for some reason, when pitchers do that, they can't find it. Like, being a pitcher is all mental. And once you lose that mental state, you're kind of done. He kind of found it again with the Astros last year.
Yeah,
but the Reds are not bad.
Well, the Reds are trying to turn it around big time.
The Reds are definitely trying to be what they used to be. Granted, it's not going to happen overnight. Moustakas and Miley aren't the guys, but they're getting people to go there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they can probably make more noise than they did last year.
And then who else signed?
Mets had two interesting signings.
Yep, Rick Porcello and
Michael Wacha.
yeah.
Porcello for 1 year. It's kind of just like a stopgap guy, in my opinion. I kind of like Rick Porcello, always did. He always kind of has that grief about him, about winning. I can't remember how long ago that was now.
A couple years ago.
Which, it's one of those things, so he won, great. And then he's kind of been quiet since that.
He had more upside than Walker.
Yeah, I mean, Wacha, I'm trying to remember now, how long has it been since, like, his really big year? I mean, we were in college.
It was his rookie year.
That was his rookie year?
When he came out, it was his rookie year.
And then, he was on fire. He got rattled by Boston, right? In was it the World Series that they really got to him? Or?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to remember. There's a game, and the fans were really getting into it. They were chanting Wacha, and it like got to him. I remember that, but I don't remember.
See,
what it was.
Michael Wacha is good
I miss
for
Michael Wacha.
Michael Wacha is good for that blow up start once every month. Right, he'll pitch good for a couple games, and then he'll just give 10 runs.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, whenever you get a player, you always hope for the best, but
Yes.
we'll see.
Do you want to look at free agents coming up?
We got some more out there.
So we got
Cole Hamilton.
Josh Donaldson.
Yeah.
Where do we think he's going to end up?
Right now, it looks like he's going to end up in Washington.
Think so?
Yeah, they're trying to fill a void.
Did we was he down on our list there of
Yeah.
What did we all predict?
So you pick Colorado like an asshole.
Listen, he's going to Colorado. He's going to hit some home runs there.
I picked Texas. Paul picked Texas. Mark picked Texas. And that kid Mike picked the Rays.
All right. What about Keuchel?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him.
White
Okay.
Sox, baby.
What teams are fits?
White Sox.
The White Sox are
The White Sox and the Cubs both show. Or the White Sox. Cubs? Where was he last year?
Braves.
Braves. They had Kimbrel in the Cubs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was White Sox and Cubs. Last I saw for like genuine interest was both Chi-Towns.
That'd be cool.
The White Sox made a couple big moves. They got Yasmani Grandal, who's a very good catcher and a good power hitting catcher. And they got Nomar Mazara. Which
Angels could probably use him.
Angels? Yeah. They'll probably. Them too. Angels will probably just go out there any one of these pitchers.
All
A lot of people don't. I just want to speak on
Yep,
this.
go ahead.
A lot of people don't know a lot about Nomar Mazara. He is still a kid who can hit 30 home runs. He strikes out a lot. So does everybody in baseball. That's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
the
the
thing.
name of the game.
It's an all or nothing thing now. And the White Sox got him. I think they give up a top prospect, but they got a right fielder who has power.
Corner fielder.
Yeah. They have somebody who can fill a void after.
And we have a
Brady.
center fielder coming up. Hopefully by the All-Star break.
It's kind of a cool like youth movement for the White Sox, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like a
Youth
hope for the
movement plus
future.
Abreu.
Yeah, he's young at heart.
What about Ryu?
I think Ryu ends up with the Cardinals.
I'd be happy with
Ryu,
that.
like Fort Minor Ryu?
Cardinals
It's
need
actually
more
what I was
pitching.
thinking, which is funny.
He's a left-handed starter. Anybody can fucking use him. He was awesome last year.
You think you're gonna get a repeat performance though?
No, that's an. You can't ask the guy to repeat that.
I guess not, but
You don't think
to
the
come
Dodgers
close,
bring him back?
No, I think the Dodgers are stupid.
All right.
I don't think the Dodgers front office really knows what the fuck they're doing. They didn't even offer Rendon a contract.
I think they're happy with being.
And Rendon to the Angels is a great move.
Much as it pains me to think about it, what do you think about Ozuna?
I heard Ozuna back to Miami.
That would
Really?
hurt.
Yeah, Miami's trying to get some guys in. Ozuna was one. Yasiel Puig was another. Castellanos is another. I mean, I don't know why Castellanos would go there because he fucking bitched all last year about playing in a big ballpark. But those are the top. Castellanos this year is kind of. They compared him to the DJ LeMahieu. A guy that you know what you're going to get and he's going to thrive somewhere else. And I think that's true. He's a low-name guy who's always played well, just in a shitty situation. I don't think Miami's a spot for him, but I think Miami ends up with Puig at least.
All right. What about Harris?
Will Harris, the reliever from the Astros. A lot of teams could use him. He was great.
The problem is, I think the reliever game is more. It's tougher to predict than starters because it's like the offensive line thing in the draft. You always want to draft a good offensive line. You always want to have a good reliever on your staff. And if you can get one who's good for 3 seasons, then you hit it big.
Well, it's like the offensive line position. Like you can never have enough.
Right. I guess that's what I'm saying.
And like relievers, you can never have enough. I personally think he stays in Houston, but a random team could sweep him up. It was just like Wade Davis a couple years ago. That he signed with the Rockies out of fucking nowhere. He can go to the Reds and he can be their closer. Like they need a closer. Rafael Iglesias wasn't good last year, and they've been looking to trade him for fucking 3 years. So,
did he have closing stats this year?
Who, Will Harris? I'm sure he had a couple.
I don't remember.
But their closer was Roberto Ozuna. But I don't know. Like you said, it's tough to engage on a reliever game.
All right. Well, you think David Price is going to get traded?
Yes. I really do think the Red Sox want to keep Mookie Betts, and they have to get rid of some of these contracts. David Price is one. They might have to give up. I don't think they're going to, but they might have to give up Bogarts to keep him. I mean, Bogarts is one of those guys that can fit in anywhere. He's still 24, 25.
I wonder.
But didn't they just pay him?
Yeah, but here's the thing: teams pay these players so they can get more for them. Like,
because you have him locked up.
Yeah, like there's rumors now about Nolan Arenado being talked about. That guy's gonna go for an arm and a leg. You get an all-star, a Gold Glover, a guy that's locked up for 6 years,
and can rake.
Yeah, like you got him locked up, and the Rockies can get whatever they want for him. It's just a matter of do they want to.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see if Price goes somewhere and who's willing to make the.
Well, here's the thing: like Price is going to have to go with somebody that's youthful. Like if the Red Sox traded Benintendi, they're going to have to trade Price so they can get more for him. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm sorry, they'll take less to trade Benintendi if somebody takes Price's contract.
Right.
I get that.
The Cardinals could be one of those teams, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Price could rejuvenate himself somewhere else.
Do you think it's a change of scenery thing for him, or do you think it just kind of?
I think so. He's not a big market pitcher. Like he was dominant in Tampa, he was dominant in Detroit, and then went to Boston. He was great in that postseason run. But that's about it.
But it's also the third place he played, and is age a factor for him?
Age is definitely a factor. He's definitely lost some touch on his fastball.
So I guess that's what I'm wondering. I mean, what you said makes sense because Boston is definitely a bigger stage to be on than Tampa Bay, absolutely, where he probably played his best ball. I feel.
Oh yeah, he was an all-star.
But let's say he goes and plays, and
his rookie year, he was part of that World Series team.
Let's say he goes to Kansas City. Let's call it Kansas City, another medium market team. Do you think that him just being in Kansas City will be enough to like?
Yeah, I do, because he's kind of like, all right, well, I just got to throw. Like, I don't got everybody in the world watching me right now.
It's a lot different playing in New York than it is.
No, I know that. I guess for me, I've always been under the opinion that his best days are behind him.
You see all these Mets pitchers, right? They're in the spotlight. A lot of them don't make it unless they're brought up.
Right, but I've also noticed, too, that a lot of them go elsewhere and really don't do anything anyway.
Well, yeah, Mets suck at drafting, too.
But, I mean, they're good for, 10 minutes with the Mets, and then they go suck elsewhere.
The Mets are good at bringing in their own guys. They're not good at signing people.
Well, especially not pitching.
No. I mean, also coaching.
You also can't keep people healthy.
That is the biggest thing.
Like the big thing, like Mickey Callaway was not the right coach for that team.
No.
I don't even think Carl Beltran's the right coach for that team. You need an experienced coach.
Right. Well, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I think there's this unfortunate trend with these teams wanting to have this younger player type coach feel.
Analytics.
Yeah, and I tend to disagree with it, but I understand with it. This is kind of like the trend right now, and if they want to do that, fine. Let it bite them in the ass like it probably will for every other team that's doing it.
All right, so rumors are out there right now that the Padres want to trade Will Myers.
Yeah, he's been fucking terrible.
Where is it going to
Absolutely terrible.
Is this news?
I think it's a change of scenery thing for him. I think once he is traded, he comes back to what Will Myers of Kansas City was, or was supposed to be. The White Sox are a perfect fit for him. They don't gotta. They can put him in the outfield, or they can DH him. They don't gotta give up a lot for him. He's still very young, and it's kind of a low risk, high reward move. Like, you're getting a guy that's 27, 28 years old who hasn't hit his prime yet, change the scenery, boom, back on track. You go to San Diego to die. You don't go to San Diego to rejuvenate your career.
Wow, straight from the soul's mouth.
I'm serious because like Manny Machado, for instance, batted 240. Like, people were talking about, oh, Bryce Harper batted 250. Bryce Harper also had 35 home runs and 114 RBIs. Manny Machado had 20. I think he had 22 and like 68. Eric Hosmer hasn't been the same player when he was with the Royals. So it's kind of a thing, you know? Like, San Diego is not a fun ballpark to hit in. It's fucking huge.
Petco Park.
It's not a fun place to be.
Like, all those fucking stadiums out west are fucking terrible. That's why the pitchers thrive there. And that's why, like, you see pitchers like James Paxton. His home run rate went fucking skyrocketed because instead of pitching at a 512 feet ballpark, pitching at 309.
Yeah.
Like, East Coast baseball, way different than West Coast baseball.
Can I ask a relatively stupid question, I guess?
Better than anybody I know.
Go ahead.
Why doesn't the MLB regulate field size?
Because I personally don't know the answer. In my opinion, it's because the West Coast
been around
people.
too long.
A lot of it, in my opinion, has to do with cold air and humidity and stuff like that. Ball travel farther in the cold air.
Okay.
All right. In the heat, they kind of die down a little bit. So, like, you can afford to do that, and it'll still be fun, I guess. But you wonder, like, you look at the game these days. That's why the East Coast is all about baseball. They're fucking home runs up the ass.
One of the interesting thing too is that these ballparks that are smaller are older by comparison. A lot of these these are newer ballparks, and it's just the way they're designed. That doesn't need to be regulation. I mean, because part of the fun of baseball is that each stadium and field is different, and it's just like, you know, it's just one of those cool things. I think if you make them all the same, it takes a lot away from the game. But what Kyle's saying is right. It's just different the way the ball travels out, you know, versus as you spend on where we live in the Northeast during a baseball season. It's really only super hot for 3 months. Yeah, I was say 3, but he's right. It's probably 2.
They're the only major team or the only major league to not regulate the
Well,
plane.
it's also this. He's right about the regulation part, but like, you see teams nowadays bringing their fences in. Miami brought their fences in again.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. The Mets, when they first opened Citi Field, it was fucking huge.
It was a monster. They brought in the right field wall,
like 40 feet.
It was big. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Because it loses interest to the fans.
Because if you're not hitting home runs, and notice, not that was the deciding factor, but the Mets have been hitting a lot of home runs, especially since the change in dimension.
I'll give you an example. So you're watching baseball, right? Who's more talked about, the New York Yankees or the San Francisco Giants?
Well, that's probably a bad example.
No. I'm being like, anything aside.
Yankees.
Okay. Yankees hit, I think they broke record this year, right, of most home runs. I think the Giants' highest home run hitter was 15.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with too is geography. I mean, you look at like Wrigley Field and Sponsorship Field, whatever the fuck has it now, or Comiskey Park. I mean, where are they located?
There's a shirt that says, "I still call it Comiskey."
That's pretty cool. Well, Paul's right. It's in the heart of a city.
Right. Where's Yankee Stadium and where's Citi Field? I mean, Citi Field's a little different, but where was Shea Stadium?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, it's in the heart of a city.
But now, but look, where do the Marlins play? St. Petersburg. Where does
That's Tampa.
That's what I meant. Sorry. Where does Tampa play though? St. Petersburg. Where do the Marlins play in Miami?
Yeah.
Okay. But like San Diego, like Oakland, like these are places. They're not major metropolises. Like they're cities, but they're not known for being high volume like capacity places.
They're tourists. They're a tourist part.
Right, but I'm saying, but like Chicago, there's a limited amount of fucking land to build a baseball field.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a Paul's point. I mean, we go to Pittsburgh a lot, and it's funny to see that city. I mean, it's a big city by what do you call that? Like the size of the city, but it's not like dense. It's pretty sprawling. It's just spread out.
It's like we go to Philadelphia every year. You see how Philadelphia puts all their stadiums into one area.
But that has nothing to do with it, though.
No, like the geography aspect of it. Like,
but there's still only so much land that they could build a baseball stadium on, because they still got to build a football stadium. And then, so when you look at it, it's like for football, you know that you have to set aside this much land, and you also need to. I mean, for baseball too, like baseball, it all depends on how you want to build. You build an NFL stadium or an NBA stadium to a certain degree, but the field, the core aspect is different. Whereas like in the MLB, like some stadiums don't put a lot of seating in the outfield. Some fill the outfield with seats. Some people have things going down the third base line. Some stadium, like you go to Chicago with the White Sox, down the third base line, there's a place where you can go in the middle of the game and get a haircut. Like but that's something that takes away seats.
Tampa Bay, there's no seating in center field.
You go to Fenway Park. Fenway Park wanted the green monster. They wanted that big wall. That takes away seats.
Like
because you can
Field.
only put so many seats up that high.
Because like Chase Field, Arizona, instead of having seats, they have a pool.
Tropicana Field has a fucking amusement park in the fucking outfield. I mean, it does.
No, that's Miami.
Whatever, they're all the same. But like, it's just the thing, and the thing too is like you look at a lot of them. I mean, like Yankee Stadium. How long was Yankee Stadium around for? I mean,
forever.
Right. You build it the way it was built, and then you look at other stadiums like the Polo Ground was a place where they played polo.
Even Yankee Stadium, they don't have any seating in center field.
No, Oakland.
Oh, that's right, because they have the big fucking sign and everything else over there.
Yeah. Oakland, Oakland doesn't have.
Oakland just the first
but,
one.
But I'm saying, but it's a multi. It was
don't
a
get
multi.
Me started
but
about
it was a
field.
multi-purpose field, which was, it was a space saver back in the day.
Yeah.
To do stuff like that in big city and more like industrial cities where you needed the room for factories.
Should we have a sip of silence for that dump?
No.
Good. It's just a dump.
All right. So
plus, the other thing too is the way like I said, it's the way that people design the field. Look at the Phillies. The Phillies have that weird it's not a round outfield wall. It's like round and then it outcrops at an angle, goes back in, and then keeps going around. Houston has a fucking mountain at the end of center field.
Watch your ankles.
No, they used to.
Oh, they flattened it?
Yeah, I love that thing.
That was cool.
Dude,
people got credit too much.
There was a game on TV one time, and I was watching the Phillies-Astros game, and a national player was going, and this guy played there all the time. I think it was what's his name?
Was it
Mike
Beltran?
Cameron.
Oh.
Mike Cameron. He was going back for a fly ball, and the guy just falls. And I'm just sitting, wow. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, that's so funny.
I think
there it is.
If I remember correctly,
who's that?
Jason Hill.
If I remember correctly, I think it's the only measurements that are required in an MLB stadium are obviously the base paths. You have to be 90 feet, and then it's 62.5 feet from the mound, from the pitcher's back, the backstop to the pitcher's.
Is it 60 or
what's
66?
it called? What's it called?
The
pitcher's mound.
No, but what's the bump? Like the fucking white thing they have to stand on. What's that called?
The pitching mound?
But the whole thing is the mound. What's the white part they have to stand on?
No, it's a bump. It's a pitching mound. There's nothing else.
All right. So, but from the white part where
it
the
has
pitcher,
to be 60 feet 6 inches.
I thought it was 62.5 feet.
Nope, 60 feet 6 inches.
I said 66, so way off.
But he's celebrating like he can't be broken to like next week. And then I think there's a minimum distance down the left and right
Pitcher's
field
plate or
line.
pitcher's rubber.
It has to be there's a minimum distance from home plate to left field
60 feet 6 inches. Is
and home plate to right field.
Oh, home plate to right.
I don't think there's any jurisdiction on center field though, right? I'm pretty sure no minimum.
I don't think you can. I don't think there's a way to do it.
Well, yeah, I mean there is. I mean you look at Houston. Houston pretty much goes to a point in center field, which makes center field so much deeper than if you just did a curve. You know what I'm saying? Like if everyone just did a regular curve, center field would be, based off, it'd be the same it'd be the same ratio.
Yeah.
But some people do a sharper point in center field. Some people don't, some people do like just two walls that meet. Some do the roundness.
I think Turner Field, was it still Turner Field or is it no longer Turner?
It's no longer Turner.
But that was the only field that kind of had equidistant left and right. It was basically almost a perfect. There was I think one was a little bit further, but it was almost a perfect round.
Quick question, if the viewers at home want to answer it too. Why were the Atlanta Braves allowed to be on TBS?
Because they owned the network.
Correct.
Yeah, because Turner.
Yeah.
Ted Turner owned the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Turner Broadcast
Jimmy Turner.
Station? No, it can't be that.
He owned the station.
Well,
No, but what did TBS stand for?
I'm trying to think. Because TNT is the
Ted Turner Network.
Yeah, I think it's like the main, and TBS is the baby of the network. I don't know. I can't.
I used to love that though. Just another game on.
Yeah.
And I got to saw a perfect game because of it.
You know what's cool in Chicago? I mean, I don't know if it's the same out there. Riddler would know better than us, but I remember when I was younger, because I would get the WGN network, and the Cubs and the White Sox were both televised games that we would get on the East Coast.
It's still on there sometimes. I mean, the White Sox and Cubs are always on in my house.
Well, you have the thing.
Yeah, I love it.
As much as the Impossible Whopper?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucked up.
How do we even end up on this subject?
There's WGN and then there's NBC Chicago Sports.
Yeah.
There's both.
But
I think the Cubs. I think out there the Cubs are on WGN and the White Sox are on NBC.
I think they prioritize the Cubs on that, but the White Sox are on at a different time. I think they'll play them.
Well, I think the White Sox are always on NBC Sports though. NBC Chicago Sports.
It might be. It's different. We're talking 12 years ago since.
But other than that, besides Bumgarner signing to the Diamondbacks, we've already kind of touched on it. 5-year, $85 million contract. It's a shocking deal. We got that one at $100 million, but he took less money.
Well, it's a guy who probably will maybe end his career there. Maybe. I don't know how old he is now.
He's older.
He's older. I mean, not that we're really keeping score, but I think Riddler is on the board. Mock is on the board.
We're all on the board. We're all on the board to start off with because of the qualifying offers. But
well, I mean, I
think Paul's winning.
Since what we got going on this list.
I think Paul's winning right now.
Is Paul the only
look
one?
at it. But it's not by a lot. We've all been wrong on pretty much everybody.
Well, Mock got Cole Hamels right.
And Garrett Cole.
Yeah, that rat.
He got both right? Oh, so Mock might be winning then.
I
got Strasburg right.
Strasburg, and he got somebody else right. Pretty sure he did.
No, I think I just got that one right.
Didn't somebody get Moustakis right?
No.
No.
Well, maybe. I think Mock is in the lead.
Rat.
But he's not here, so he loses a point.
Yes.
Let's take away the Cole Hamels point. No, actually, let's take away the Garrett Cole point.
I don't know why I didn't pick Didi going to the Phillies. I said that way before that we did this thing, and I picked him going to the Reds.
What do you think about the Yanks chasing down Hader?
I mean, it's always a good move, but it's just
he's better on SNL.
I don't want him to go to the Yankees.
Why is that?
Because he would look so ugly. He needs his hair.
Kyle, you're the only person I know that would make that argument and mean it.
But, that's it. I don't want him to go there because, there's certain players that shouldn't have to shave, and they're going to make him do it, and he's going to look fucking terrible.
They made Johnny Damon do it. Everyone else should have to do it. That rat. Not a sewer rat, though. That's reserved for Kendall.
Yes, absolutely.
Souls, do you think we're going to need more than an hour for your Jeopardy?
It depends on how quickly you guys go.
Well, I mean,
That's not on me. It's on you guys.
But we can be talking about it while we're playing, though, right? We have some NBA discussion while we're playing. Is that? Or do you
Yeah,
just wanna-
we can take a quick minute break. I gotta put it up on the whiteboard.
Yeah, we'll take like a 5-minute break, so we gotta write the whiteboard up.
All right, we'll see you
Is
guys.
there
in 5.
any more MLB stuff you want to chime in on real quick?
Oh no, we pretty much touched on everything. I'm really
Way
happy.
too
with
early
that.
World Series prediction?
Phillies, White Sox.
You know, that's really funny because I'll say the same thing. I have a feeling our ending scenarios are a little different, though. Do you have the White Sox in 7?
I have the Phillies in 3. They changed it this year.
Oh, okay. I had the White Sox in 1 because they changed it to just one game. Whoever wins wins.
Can you imagine every game, 1 game series, sudden death?
So it should be.
I mean, this is how the fucking NFL works.
I think they should do one game, and I think it should be 27 innings.
God, dude.
That way you have to use everybody.
We'd have to start the game at 1.
A long day.
We got to do it tonight.
I
Gonna
don't
catch
think-
the
I don't think 1 would be
15th inning
early
of the game.
enough. What time does the game usually end if it starts at 1? Like 4:30?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
Yeah.
How many games is that? 3?
11 or 11.
Man, God.
They'd be so
Can
good.
you
Yeah,
imagine?
God, you do that every
No,
Sunday.
well, but I'm thinking about like if you're at the game, like physically, like how much like beer could you drink? Like,
Well, no,
They
they
might
still
cut you
at
off
the
by the
7th.
by the 17th inning.
what if they cut you off? They bring it back for like another like 5 innings. And
Every
they cut
5
you
innings,
off.
5 on, 5 off.
I could get down with that.
No, you couldn't.
No,
You'd
I
be
couldn't.
pissed.
I wouldn't piss.
After
3
the
on,
fifth-
3
after,
off.
After the 20th inning, you'd be like, it'd be the 20th. No, 'cause
Oh, he played tonight.
all right, we'll be back in like 5-ish minutes. Have fun with your god awful music Kendall picked out.
Day after day, I'm more confused. Yet I look for the light through the pouring rain. You know that's a game that I hate to lose. And I'm feeling the strain. Oh, it ain't a shame. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind. And I'm counting on you. You can carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? And when my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you're giving me. The joy that you're giving me. I want you to know that I believe in your song. Rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You help me along, making me strong. Oh, you're making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Drift away. And give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I
me home. Won't you take me away?
A study says people who fill prescriptions at CVS are better than most at staying on them, which tends to make you healthier. So come in for a free prescription savings review and treat yourself well at CVS. Terms and conditions apply. Not all prescriptions eligible. See our pharmacist or cvs.com/Rx savings.
It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked, everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let the shit slip, or you're gonna leave it with a fat lip. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit. It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one through the plane, leaves with the blood stain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better watch your back, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let shit slip, or you can leave it with a fat lip. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit, so come and get it. I feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance, cause right now I'm dangerous. We've all felt like shit and been treated like shit. All those motherfuckers that wanna step up, I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. I'll skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break something tonight. Pack a chainsaw. I'll skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break something tonight. I pack a chainsaw. I'll skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face tonight. Give me something great. Give me something great. Just give me something great. I got your fucking face. I hope you know I'm like a chainsaw. What? A chainsaw. What? A motherfucking chainsaw. What? So come and get it. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let shit slip, or you can leave it with a fat lip. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit, so come and get it.
Look, if you had one shot, or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it? Or just let it slip? Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, plow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity.
And now, back to getting sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by degenerately asshole motherfuckers.
Yay.
Yay.
Souls, take it away.
All right, so I came up with a game today. There's supposed to be a lot more people here, but
Hey, Kendall, didn't you actually have a game you wanted to lead up into?
Nah, we'll skip that. One quick round.
All right.
Quick round.
So this is like
No. Kendall wants to do one quick round of his game, leading into your game.
Kyle's got a really good NBA segment, which I created a quick game called, we're working on a name for it, but so far we have, Were You Better Than Kendrick Perkins? And our first contestant was Hashim Tabit. In 2010,
No.
Was he better than Kendrick Perkins? We're going off of his field goal percentage. Kyle, your prediction.
No.
Yeah, no. Mass?
Yes.
No.
I think that was the year that he got, like, canned.
All right. In 2010, Hashim Thabit's field goal percentage, was .425. Kendrick Perkins in 2010.
So did you not look these up ahead of time?
I just have Basketball Reference open. Is .542.
Yeah.
Damn.
So sorry, Mass, you lose.
That's all right. Shot of Graves.
Shot of Graves it is. Thank you for playing Were You Better Than Kendrick Perkins?
All right, so moving on to Souls' segment.
Today,
I have one as well. Were you better than Ray for Alston?
answer is always yes. Except Speedy Claxton. Quick, what team did Speedy Claxton play for?
I don't have to.
What was
answer
the question?
these
What team did Speedy Claxton play for?
Can I have a conference?
North.
My team.
Oh, fuck.
You don't know Kyle?
76ers.
Yeah.
I did not. Jesus.
Like, the panic in Max's voice.
It just put me on the spot. Like, you should know this.
Yeah.
You should.
I wear a Ben Simmons shirt every other month. All right. So I came up with my own NBA Jeopardy idea.
The problem is when he wears it every other month, he wears it for a month.
Yeah. God, you guys always like make me forget things. So how this game is gonna work? You got category from 1 through 500. There are 6 teams in each category. There are gonna be no negative points. Each person will have one chance to guess. There will be no hints.
Are you keeping score?
I am keeping score.
And every team is featured, right?
Every team is featured.
That's not true.
Is that not true?
Nah, he doubled up on one and forgot about it, so he's missing a team.
Am I?
Yeah.
Who?
You didn't put the Supersonics on there.
Oh.
No, you missed the Spurs.
I see him right there. But only one guess. If you get it wrong, no negative points, but you cannot guess again.
For the rest of the game.
Do you get it? It's not for the rest of the game, just for that round.
Right.
Yes.
Is there
These guys
punishments?
actually believe that. What?
Are there punishments?
For you, yes.
If you lose, if you're the last place, you're taking a shot.
Of regular graves.
If you're the winner,
You're dumping the graves in their mouth.
sure.
No.
If you're a winner, you get to get a kiss from coach.
Ooh. All right.
God, I hope I come in the middle.
All right.
Max, I'm
So
going to text you answers just when I do say them.
I'm taking number 1 through 10. Massey.
7.
2.
5.
Massey got it right with 7.
So, why didn't you just tell us not to guess? We just wasted our time. on that. Doesn't
So
make me feel
the
more
order
mad.
will go Massey,
Fuck!
Kendall,
Can I go last?
Paul. No.
No, you're picking the category.
Oh, all right.
We get to raise our hands to see who gets the answer right?
Yes.
Or is it whoever picks the category gets the pick first?
Kyle hasn't thought that far
We'll do
ahead.
the hand raise thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hand raise.
normal Jeopardy
Yeah.
type.
All right, so pick one. So you'll notice, unlike regular Jeopardy, usually it's a category, and you pick the dollar amount for the category. On this one, it's just so the 100-point questions. It has a team name.
Give us the Hawks.
Hawks for 100.
It's Hawks for 300.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. I cannot see you. All right. What Atlanta Hawk... Sorry, Kendall. What Atlanta Hawk was suspended 25 games for violating the league substance policy?
I know this. I talked about it earlier in the year.
Huh.
Paul.
Amon Shumpert?
Wrong.
Yeah. Couldn't remember who it was. It's the other one then.
He did not ever play for the Hawks.
I know, but you looked at Kendall, and that's what threw me off. You said, sorry, Kendall, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly.
You're... What?
Alexa Bliss. I don't know.
Is it
I know because I talked about it earlier this
Is it
year.
Ish Smith?
Answer. Raise your hand and name a question. Give me an answer.
Come on. Do you know it? Yes or... You can't raise your hand and then take an hour to answer it.
All right. Derek Rose. I know that's not right.
Paul, you will be mad. The answer is John Collins.
Why'd you say sorry, Kendall?
Sorry, did I say sorry, Kendall? I meant
Yes.
sorry, Paul. I thought you would have got that one.
No, when you started asking the question, you said, which Atlanta Hawk? And then you said, sorry, Kendall. That's what made me think.
Oh, because I was talking away from the mic.
Ah, see, that led me off. I was thinking, like, okay, I was like, who's one of Kendall's boys that played for the Hawks? I'm like, Mon Shepard's played a lot of places.
Sassy, pick again.
That was bullshit. I know
Celtics,
I said that I was going
200.
to try to go, like, I was going to try to have a hard time with this for these guys, but come on.
Celtics for 200. The Boston Celtics point per game leader is...
I'm so torn.
Was that a
Don't
hand raise?
look at me and wait for me to go first.
Was that a hand raise? Kendall.
Who is Marcus Smart?
Wrong. I love you. That was a good guess, I guess. At least you got a Celtic.
He went so hard.
So I didn't win?
No.
I feel like I'm overthinking it. It's only for 200.
Mass.
I'm going to give a really shitty answer. It's I think it's Jalen
Ramsey.
or Jaron, something like that. I can't remember his last
Jalen
name.
Brown.
Yeah, that one.
Wrong.
Okay.
Paul.
Jason Tatum.
Correct.
Who is Kemba Walker?
I was going to say Kemba Walker, but then I remember that his head went inside of his stomach.
So how the scoring going to work is if you get a $200 question right, you'll get 2 points. If you get a 5, you get 5 points.
Why
Understood?
you can't add the extra zeros to make me have a bigger
Can you
score?
just fucking let me do my thing?
I'm just saying, having 200 points.
You'd
is
be
way
happy
cooler
I
than
came
having
up with a
2
good
points.
scoring system.
You didn't.
I know, but whatever.
Tim.
Paul, you're able to pick.
Oh, whoever gets it right gets the pick.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's do the Thunder for 200.
Thunder.
The Thunder acquired what 3 players in the trade for Paul George?
Oh, fuck.
I'll never get all 3.
Kemba Walker, and Kemba
Actually,
Walker.
for this question, I'll give you a point for each one you get right.
For a third of the points?
I can't remember the other two. I mean, Chris Paul.
So if he doesn't get all 3, you guys have a chance to go on. But you won't get that 1 point.
Right. Chris Paul, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and fuck, I can't remember the other guy's name. All I'm thinking about is Steven Adams, and I know it's not him. God, I can't even remember like Clippers that were on that team. Because that was, or not Clippers.
Are you giving up that last point?
Yeah, let's stick with the 2.
Kendall?
Paul Schroeder Gallinari.
So I already got 2 points.
He gets 1 because Gallinari wasn't the last one.
Yeah, okay. But I would say, why did you get Schroeder when I already got 2? You only kept 1 more
See,
right.
I thought he was naming it all one person, so I was like,
Who? Paul Schroeder Alexander Grenard.
I meant one person. He doesn't play there?
but yes, it was Chris Paul, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Danilo Gallinari. Kendall.
I will take...
Notice how when Mock's not here, there's still a lot of high mark questions intact. 3 questions in, there'd be 3 of those gone already.
I'm going to take Suns for 200.
You guys are knocking up all the 200s.
Here you go.
This big man was suspended 25 games for failing their drug test policy. Paul.
DeAndre Ayton.
Correct.
Wrong.
Paul, on the board.
Chris Kaman.
I just spit everywhere.
I'll take Miami Heat for 300.
Shit.
I just like making Kyle flip through the pages a lot. That's the only reason.
This undrafted rookie has taken over the starting point guard role. Paul.
Who is none?
What's his first name?
Kendrick.
Correct.
I'm going to stop answering questions.
No,
It's fine. Go
You
ahead.
guys got to help me.
A lot of game left.
I'm trying.
Let's go. See, the problem is I want to do the easy ones to give them a chance to answer, but then I have a higher chance of knowing them.
Go hard. Let's go.
All right, fine. Let's go Pistons 1.
Go hard.
This former MVP is averaging 16.1 points per game. Paul?
Derrick Rose?
Correct.
Sorry, it was Derrick Rose question. Sorry, guys. Plus, nobody else on that team was an MVP.
You'd be nice to Tony Snow.
Blake Griffin never won an MVP, did he?
Yes, he did.
Did he?
No.
I was going to say. And you watch your mouth when you're talking about the darkest man in the NBA. All right, let's go with the Grizzlies for 200.
Is this the last of the 200?
No, still got two more.
This Rookie of the Year... Hold on. Oh. This Rookie of the Year candidate is averaging 19.1 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, and 6.4 assists per game, and 1.3 steals per game. Kendall.
D'Anthony Melton.
Wrong. You know, good for you for knowing that he plays there. I'm going to give you a point for that.
No, I don't deserve it.
No, you do.
That's a good bonus point. I'm going to let Chris go. I know it, but I'm going to let him go. He should... just think of who... if you looked at any NBA news at all this so far this year...
Yes.
Okay. Then you should know who the hottest rookie in the NBA right now is.
The hint is he was taking number 2 in the draft.
Yeah, I know.
And he was all that college had to offer.
His first name is like 2 initials, isn't it?
Okay.
Two letters.
J.D. Salinger.
No.
Catcher in the Rye.
It begins with a J.
Correct.
Is it J.R.? No, that's J.R. Smith I'm thinking of.
J.R. Ewing.
Come on, don't overthink it. We did a mock draft together.
Spin.
J.D.?
Give me one more guess.
At what point do I just steal this?
Give me one more guess.
Oh, you get one more guess.
All right, you're right with bourbons.
Okay, can I give him a hint?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think of it as initials. It's a word. It's a name. It's like your name is Chris. His first name is just 2 letters. It's not initials. It's not like J.D. for like Jake Daniels Martinez or whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I'm saying? Though? But that's not how it is. It's not like J.R. Smith, for example. It's his first name is J, his middle name is R, so he goes by J.R. Like that's not how it is. It'd be like if
it's bothering me so much that I can't think
it'd
of
be
this.
like if your first name was like Ma. It doesn't get any bigger than that. I'm sorry.
He basically rhymed it for you.
J.A.?
Sure. I don't know. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Paul?
John Morant.
Correct.
That's it.
You guys suck.
I got that far. Give me something.
I give you 1 point.
At what point should we put them together on a team? That way it's just Chris has Kendall's points.
I think we're worse together.
Now, you guys would be better because at least then Chris would have your points.
Paul?
All right, we'll do. Let's do the Timberwolves for 4. This is where I'll start showcasing my lack of NBA knowledge here because this is where like the stupid college questions are going to start coming in.
Timberwolves for 4?
Yeah.
How did I not come up with a question from... Oh, yes, I did.
Everybody gets 4 points.
No.
Yes!
For some reason, the only team on this thing I put as their, 3 initial, not the team.
Yeah, you did it on here too. I think it's because you didn't know how to spell Minnesota
No, I did.
and you didn't want to write out Timberwolves.
Whom did the Wolves trade with to select the rights of Jarrett Culver?
Wait, you're looking for a team?
Yeah, what team did the Massey?
Charlotte.
Wrong.
Damn.
Who did the Timberwolves trade the rights to?
For the rights of Jarrett Culver.
They traded up with this team to get.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember who drafted Jarrett Culver originally.
Kendall.
The Nuggets.
Wrong. What?
I don't know.
What?
You know, but see, I was thinking all the questions so far have been kind of player-based as that they are. And I didn't expect another team to be involved on this question.
That's
That's
why
why
it's a
it's a
$400 question.
Yeah. But you only get 4 points for it. You don't get $400.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
If we were sponsored by SeatGeek, we might.
Sponsored
Shut
by
up, too
Springer.
hype. God, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Cavs.
Wrong. The answer was the Phoenix Suns.
Couldn't remember
my
who
second
originally.
guess.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
My next guess was the Magic, so.
Just so you guys get an update, Maxine's not here because he had a toilet issue. There was a blockage on his portion of the piping from the toilet to the main sewage line, a massive blockage, and they had to call a plumber to come in and actually take the blockage out.
Wow.
It was that big of a blockage. So, and Souls has not pooped there, which is
Yeah.
so we can't blame him.
Just means that Mock was backed up.
No, I think it was a Funko Pop.
Could have been.
Paul, you're on the board.
All right, let's do Bucks for 4.
No.
Bucks for 4.
Antler combo.
Name the Bucks starting 5.
Fucking Christ.
So I have an answer, but I'm guessing because it's a 400 one, it's not that. I'll just go for it, whatever.
Paul?
Robin Lopez.
No, like the starting 5. Like,
Oh. I thought you meant the starting 5. Like
the position?
So I misunderstood. May I please take my hand back down so I have a minute to think about this?
no.
Okay. I have
Celebrity shot.
I have no idea who plays there too. Who plays the 2 there?
Well, can we do the thing like as many as you can name?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Eric Bledsoe.
Well, there goes one of mine.
Giannis, Brooke, Robin, and I can't remember who plays the 2 because what's his face got traded.
He's just going to take 3?
So I take it one of the Lopez's was wrong. Robin must be coming off the bench.
Who says that's the wrong
And
one?
Ilyasova.
Okay.
So how many did I get? 3?
Yeah, Kendall?
Who is George Hill?
That's all you're going to give?
Yes.
No.
What do you mean?
Massey?
Giannis.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys know.
He scored 48 points.
You missed
tonight.
an
He's their
all-star.
entire offense.
The answer is Eric Bledsoe,
Yeah.
That was my guess.
Wesley Matthews, Chris Middleton.
Oh.
I forgot all about Chris Middleton. You know what the thing is? Here's the thing. I was thinking of Bogdanovich, and I was picturing him as Middleton. So I was picturing Middleton's face, but with Bogdanovich's name. So they were both in Indiana for me. Both of them were gone.
He's no longer
completely forgot
there.
that.
Huh?
He's no longer there.
Who?
Bogdanovich.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Oh.
I was picturing Middleton's face, but with Bogdanovich's name. So for me, they were both in Indiana, so I just forgot about both of them. So does Brooke start at the 5?
Yeah.
And Robin comes off the bench?
Mm-hmm.
I think that they should go big and start Robin at the 4 and or Robin at the 5 and Brooke at the 4.
Giannis at the 3 and Middleton at the 2 and Bledsoe at the 1.
No. Middleton at the 3, Bledsoe at the 2, Giannis at the 1.
No shooting in that lineup.
No stopping the dunks. Well, hold on. Brooke's got a pretty good touch.
I guess. All right, Paul, back on the board.
I actually would like to let Mass pick this for me.
All right, fine.
We're going to go ahead and go with the Bulls for 500.
You know, I knew he was going to do that. I don't know why.
Jesus. Whom did the Bulls draft in the 2nd round this year? And for a bonus question, which is an extra 2 points, where did he go to college? Paul?
So the player is Daniel Gafford,
That's right.
and he went to Villanova.
Wrong. You guys can get the bonus points. Kendall? I'm going to give Kendall a hint.
You didn't raise your hand.
He won't get this hint. He will. We watched a tournament together, and your boy was on this team.
I have a lot of boys.
There was one guy that we watched in an NCAA tournament a couple years ago, and you fell in love. Another hint is they were an 8-9 seed. Don't just think about that.
Would
day.
have never guessed that.
Is it really that out there?
No, it's something that's out there. It's just not on my radar. The state's not on my radar, to be honest with you.
Kendall, this kid was white.
If you asked me to guess all 50 United States, it would probably be in the last 10.
Is it Creighton?
No. Pick a college, man.
Temple.
I'll give you a hint. It's not your Kansas. It's
Our Kansas.
our Kansas.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't remember.
Yes, you do. Remember that white kid that just went off? I remember his name, but you loved him.
I can't remember.
Was it the kid that went on the Hawks there?
No. He went to somewhere. It seems Iowa, but it's Maryland.
All right, Red Baron, why don't you pick this one? I like we'll get the picking moving around. I don't
Yeah.
just keep picking.
All right, let's do the Knicks for 200.
Fucking wires in my way. The Knicks drafted what player with the 3rd overall pick? Bonus question. What college did he attend?
God damn it.
I want to let them go. I mean,
We're talking this past year.
Yep.
Doesn't help me. Can I give you last year's pick?
No.
Yes.
Kevin Knox.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Paul.
R.J. Barrett.
Yeah.
Went to Duke.
Yeah.
That's actually who I was thinking of earlier.
It's very easy to say that after the answer's already given.
No. Like when we were talking about
John Moran.
Yeah.
Mass?
I was going to say that. I wish you did it after every question so far.
No.
Fuck, I was thinking
No,
that.
man.
No, I know what you're saying. It just would have been funny if you
Mass,
said that.
pick
to
a
every
category.
question.
Blazers won.
Who? Blazers won?
Yep.
If you guys don't get this.
If the answer is Melo, he gets the points.
This team signed what former All-Star to a league minimum deal, and then later signed him to a fully guaranteed deal? Kendall.
Are we talking Carmelo Anthony?
Correct.
I knew it was the answer. I just knew it. This is my thing. The 100, that's perfect. That's a perfect tee off for a Dame Lillard question. But in my gut, I knew it was either going to be Melo or LaMarcus Aldridge. I knew it was going to be one of them.
Kendall, you're on the board.
Can I just say another name for an additional point for fun? Kenton Bazemore.
He doesn't play there though.
Which it does. Pick a category.
So I don't get a point just for saying his name?
No.
All right.
Can you name where he was before there? I'll let you get 3 points if you can name where he went before there. I'll give both of you a shot.
Okay. Off of your total, or just from some 3 points?
Off of his total.
I'll give you it off my total.
Ooh, a bet.
That's a 6-point swing right there.
I like that. All right. Kent Bazemore. I'm trying to picture all of the 2K that I've watched played.
The hint is...
No. I'm wagering 3 points here. There will be no hints given, sir. The hint is he's already eliminated the Trailblazers. That's his hint. You're down to 29 teams.
Before it was... All right.
Your odds just went up 0.06%. He's looking at the board like, there's got to be some teams up there he played for.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Matt, you can feel free to jump in and just take a guess at any point. Since
I
he's
was
taking
going to let him
forever.
guess first.
Okay.
He wants to get 1 out of 28 odds.
Right. Mr. Kenton Bazemore, he ended up playing for...
Jesus, this is really ragging us out.
For the Timberwolves.
Mass.
Pistons.
No.
All right.
The Hawks. All right, Mass, pick a category.
All right.
I forgot about that. How long was he there? 2 years?
Basically his whole career.
No, wasn't he at the Hornets before that?
Yeah, but he was a Hawk for a long time.
He wasn't a Hornet that long ago.
We're going to go with the Warriors.
I don't think that's true.
What question is that?
For 3.
Remember.
I'd like to look that up for confirmation real quick.
Whom is...
Hold on.
Quick stat check.
No, it's not a stat check.
So are the Colts going to score it all this game or no?
Hope not.
Oh, they will. Not. Jesus.
Not when that happens.
Hold on.
You know, it's funny, we were talking about Kent Bazemore a minute ago. In my head, I kind of knew that he played for another red team, but I just botched it entirely.
So I owe a private stock chat. I could have swore Kent Bazemore was a Hornet.
Well, where was he?
He was in Atlanta, but he was a Hornet. Yeah, he was a Warrior for 2 years. Then he was a Laker for 1 year. He won rings with the fucking... Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry, wrong one. He was a Warrior, a Laker, and then he was a Hawk for 5 years. But I thought Kent Bazemore was... You know what it was? We had Kent Bazemore on a 2K team. That's what it was. We had Kent Bazemore on a Hornets 2K. God damn it!
All right, I don't know who's picking, but someone pick.
We're going to go ahead and go with Warriors for 3 because we still haven't answered that or asked that question.
Who is currently leading the team in scoring?
Fuck, I didn't hear the team.
Kendall.
That'd be the Warriors.
You know, I raised my hand, and I really had only one guy in mind.
And you forgot he was injured?
Well, no. The guy I picked, I don't think could possibly be the scoring leader.
Let's hear it.
Well...
Did we already do the Warriors, or did I just cross them off and not realize it?
Crossed him off. He started talking about the.
Oh, okay, and I interrupted him.
Well, I'm going to go down with a ship on this one. I'm going to go with my boy Draymond Green.
Anybody else?
No, he's on the Lakers now.
It was wrong of me to pick Draymond. I know that.
Everybody that I know there is either hurt or not actually on that team anymore.
Then I would go with the guys that aren't on the team.
No, you have to go. You have to guess.
I was going to say Boogie Cousins, but A, he's injured, and B, he's on the Lakers.
That's who you were going to go with?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with him.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to give you the 3 points.
All right.
Can we actually know who it is?
It's Eric Pascal.
Look at your phone, Mass.
It's Eric Pascal. Did you text him the answer? You
No.
dick. Oh, you didn't?
Oh, there it is.
That's funny. That's bullshit. This is a conspiracy.
I never heard of that player.
He's a rookie.
Last
That's bad.
guy in last place picks, Mass.
Hint. You're in last.
Thanks.
Hint. You don't have the lead.
Mavs 100.
Swear to God. This MVP candidate is averaging 30 points a game, 9.8 rebounds,
My hand's
and
already up.
9.2 assists per game.
My hand's already up, but I'll let Mass go first.
Get this wrong, you're off the show.
It's Kevin Love.
The team is the Dallas Mavericks.
Did we say the Mavs? I thought we said the Cavs.
The team is the Dallas Mavericks.
Luka Doncic.
Correct.
The Cleveland Pavliks.
All right, Mass, you won that round. Pick again.
Mark Cuban, the Ohio native. Shark Tank enthusiast. Funded draft day.
Kings.
Kings for 100. This sharpshooter is leading the Kings in points per game. Oh. Kendall.
De'Aaron Fox.
Wrong.
Come on.
Who's to do the 10 extension?
Good answer, though.
Nah.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
He signed an extension this offseason. Trying to think of his name.
I don't know if he's there anymore. I kind of hate this guy, but is it Omar Caspi?
No.
Is he still playing there?
No.
Where is he?
Don't know.
Europe?
Should be with the Warriors.
Jail?
All I can give you is I remember he signed a big deal this offseason.
Okay.
Is it Marvin Bagley? He's not a sharpshooter. Oh, fuck Mike Bibby.
Trying to take a guess on a name?
I'm trying
Mike
to
Bibby.
get there.
That could be Beja. Vlade Divac. If the question was who is responsible for this team to never win a championship, it'd be Vlade Divac.
Correct, but it's not that question.
That guy sucks at being a fucking GM.
Told him in the fucking tunnel the other day. You made me pay you.
What?
Vlad told him that in the tunnel as they were coming off the court the other night after he shot a game-winning shot. I don't remember his name.
His name is Buddy Hield.
You know, that was my third guess.
You know it's a blowout when we're talking about a player that's not playing.
Yeah. Kendall, pick.
I get to pick. I'd like to go with the Orlando Magic for 100.
This former number one pick has entered the starting lineup after an injury-related start to his career.
Actually, it's a Serbian name.
He had the most.
Isn't it?
Sure. He had the most nasty behind the back move the other night. Did you see it?
Paul?
Who is Markel Fultz?
Correct.
Not who I was thinking.
Mass was like, Mass said he has a Serbian name, and I'm like, okay.
Not Nikola Vucevic.
That's who I was thinking.
And he was not drafted. He was drafted by the Sixers.
He said number one pick.
And we drafted him, and we traded him for injured Bynum. Paul,
Not Markel Fultz.
take a gander on the board.
Let's go with Lakers for 5.
Son of a bitch. Whom is the Lakers' sixth man? My hint to you guys is don't overthink it.
That's the worst thing you could have said.
Kendall.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
I'm sorry,
Wrong.
what?
Good name.
Good answer, though.
Good answer.
Good for you.
That guy sucks.
Remember how we've always made the joke about Kobe saying, like, what am I supposed to do? Pass it to Kwame Brown? There was an instance the other night where everybody was, like, guarded and LeBron was being double-teamed and Caldwell Pope was open to the top of the key and he wouldn't pass him the ball.
That's awesome.
He just wouldn't give it to him. I mean, fuck it. Caruso? Alex Caruso?
Nope.
Caruso's going to be my answer.
You have another guess.
Is it? Is it him?
Who?
Is it a certain large-handed individual?
No.
Oh.
This guy
Then I would have had to overthink it.
was a starter.
Oh, fuck me!
I'll let you go again.
Does Rondo start? Rondo's my guess.
Not Rondo.
Why does he start?
So do I also get to go again?
Does this guy have weird little dread things on his head?
No,
Do I
that's
also
Dwight
get to go
Howard.
again since he won again?
That's
Or
what
do I lose that luxury being the NBA know-it-all out of the three?
That was my answer, Dwight Howard.
No.
So do I get to go again since he won again? Or
No.
For half points?
I'll give you 1 point.
Kyle Kuzma?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking forgot all about
Forgot
him.
about
This is
Kyle
so
Kuzma.
overrated. Come on, Jacoby. Do something else, Barry.
Dude, you were out of bounds way after you threw that ball. Kendall, pick.
We're gonna take the Dallas Mavericks for 400.
So the Cavaliers.
You almost said the Mavaliers. The Mavaliers and the Cavricks.
Whom did the Cavs draft in this year's first round? And bonus points, where did he attend school?
I don't know. I'd go ahead and guess Love. It's a safe.
Chidobe Awuzie.
It's a safe bet.
He is not a cornerback.
Was it Jimmy Graham? I heard he used to play basketball.
What pick did they have?
Look at this fucking Saints fan. Just fucking dreading that score.
It's like, oh man, we're only up by 4 scores now.
Fuck that guy.
That was Jamal Martin. What pick did they have?
The hint is they had the 6th pick in the draft.
This is a bad team. I don't really know their players.
I'm just trying to remember. I'm terrible with the draft. I'm so bad with it. We do this every year. I'm really good at doing like a mock draft, but that's because I'm really good with teams' needs and like GM like anticipations, not because I know the players. I can't get Jarrett Culver out of my head. Just because we talked
Okay.
about him earlier.
They had the 5th pick in the draft. I'll take a shot for that.
You don't have to. Nobody would have caught you. Don't go catching yourself for shots there, Souls.
Give me the fucking bottom, please.
I can't remember. It was Zion, then John Morant, R.J. Barrett, and then I'm pretty sure the last kid from Duke didn't go for a while. Kobe White went, what, 7th? 7th? Did the Bulls have the 7th pick? I think it was 7th, right? I'm blanking hard. I can't remember.
Anybody have a guess?
It just sucks as I can't. Like, we say rookie, and like I just think of like young players. Like I try to think of young players, and I can't get Colin Sexton out of my head.
Okay, the answer is Darius Garland,
Yep.
and he went to Vanderbilt.
See, if I knew it was Darius Garland, like if I could have, I would have got to school because I knew we went to Vanderbilt. Because that's
Massey,
my go-to guess
pick
for
one.
every college.
Pick one.
Spurs.
Spurs for 100. Nope.
200.
Fucking wire.
Can I
Oh,
guess
look at Drew Brees doing his best Jason Garrett there.
Whom is the points per game leader for the Spurs?
Is it DeRozan? No. Fuck.
Kendall?
Can I guess while he does that? It's taking too long.
You already guessed.
He got 2 guesses.
All right, fine.
Is it LaMarcus Aldridge?
It is.
Nice.
You know, you're lucky that I wasn't going to guess that.
Maxie, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Nuggets for 3.
Oh, this is my favorite question on the sheet.
Oh, boy. I'll take what is 400.
Correct. You win the game.
What former NBA legend's son was selected in the second round by this team? Bonus, what school did he attend?
Kyle loves these fucking...
Can I guess the school, but not the player?
You have to guess the player.
I have more of a chance of guessing the school than the player.
No, you don't. You should know this.
I'll give you a hint on the school.
Okay.
I know the answer. So I'll give you a hint on the school. It's Kyle's favorite animal.
He's also my quarterback right now.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to count down from 10, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the whole answer.
Well,
10,
so I know the school.
9, 8,
Go ahead.
7.
Take the
Raise your hand, take the point. 6.
So you went to Oregon.
Correct.
And can I guess the player's father? And
No.
I don't know the...
You have to guess.
The answer is the player's father.
Oh, so it's not the player.
No, it's the player's father.
So you have to guess where the player's father went to school? Because I don't know where that...
No, you have to guess the player's father.
Oh, see, all right. Because I was just going to guess a more famous player. I didn't realize that was actually the question. So I am going to guess the player's father.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
5.
Is it...
4.
He might get it just because there was no other options this year for that, but he might not get it because I don't think he
2.
knows who this guy is.
1. Answer.
Okay. It is Karl Malone. His son Post.
Manute Bol and his son was drafted by the Nuggets. Bol.
Correct.
I don't know those people.
Manute Bol is of, I believe, is it Kenyan or Nigerian descent?
Nigerian.
So they don't keep any records over there, especially like in the 80s when he came over. Because he did his dominant damage with the Warriors, correct?
Wizards.
The Bullets.
Yeah, Bullets.
But so Manute Bol, when he came over, there were no records as to how old he was, and I think when they brought him over, I think they listed him at like 27. But like there's actually like a lot of controversy about this. If you go back and look, there's like doctors, like team doctors that go back on record saying like they think like when he came over and started playing his like double-digit year career that he was like 43.
So nobody knows how old he is.
Nobody has any idea how old that guy was.
And he passed away.
And he passed away.
That's crazy.
I mean, like I'm sure they know how old he is. I'm sure somewhere there's a solid answer. Just a lot of conspiracy, but there's a very strong possibility he was like 36 when he came over, because they don't keep any sort of records over there. He just was like, yeah, like 23.
You're up.
Me? All right, let's go with what do we got here? We got one more 100. We got 2 300s, 3 400s, and 4 500s. Let's take one of these 500 out. So let's leave just our teams left. So let's get the nets out. God, I was really hoping it's an Afro related.
Okay. How many points per game does Garrett Temple average?
This is one of those questions you really need to study for.
You have to come within 1 to get the point.
So it's plus minus over plus minus of 1?
Yeah.
Kendall loaded up first, but Mass extended first.
29.
11.
Good job, Kendall. 11.8 was the answer.
Wow.
Nice. I have to pee.
So I didn't get a chance to answer, and I could have got closer for the win because I was going to say 12.
Were you?
I was actually.
No, good on you. Can we split the points?
No, I don't want to split the points. Give him the points. I'm still winning.
29?
He is just amazing.
All right, Kendall, go ahead.
We're going to take Hornets for 300.
All right.
Who is Ken Baseman?
What players averaging the most points per game?
It's 300 points. I feel like it can't be him, but it might be him. I can take the loss. Who is Scary Terry Rozier?
Wrong.
Yeah, I figured. Is it somebody who's making a lot of money?
Morant, one of those.
He played for the Grizzlies, and you already said him.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Nicholas Batum.
No. The correct
answer, though.
answer was Devontae Graham.
Liar.
How do you guys feel about them taking Drew Brees out just so he doesn't throw another incompletion so he can have the all-time single-game completion percentage?
Where you going?
Are you kidding me?
Hold on, I'll be quick.
Just go in the bottle.
I could.
So do it.
There's a bottle over here. Oh, it's too full.
I'm not moving.
All right, so
Not moving.
we're gonna go ahead and take the Clippers.
No, we gotta wait for Kendall.
No,
Also, you should have got that one because we talked about him earlier.
I forgot.
Also, I told you these are all questions that you should know.
So Monday Night Football update.
I really
Drew
don't,
Brees
though.
broke the record, so he's now the career touchdowns leader. He also apparently holds the record for highest completion percentage in a game at 97%. He only
That's
threw,
nuts.
He only threw one incompletion in this game out of like 28 attempts or something like that. 27 for 28 or something like that. And they went on to thrash the Colts 34-7. I think was the final score. 34-6.
Hey, the Bucks lost.
Huh?
The Bucks lost.
Did they?
Yeah.
Antler Combo put up 54 points. A lot of points.
Yep, they lost.
No, he put up 48 points. I'm sorry.
Did you already pee?
That's actually impressive. All right, we're taking Clippers. Let's go.
100?
Yeah.
What 2 NBA All-Star did the Clippers acquire?
Kawhi Leonard and Chris Paul, is it?
No.
Paul George.
Both get 1. Paul George.
Is Chris Paul not a...
Chris Paul is a Thunder. He hasn't been a Clipper for like 3 years now.
Paul
Never mind.
George is the correct answer.
Fuck! That's the one I was thinking of. Paul.
Me.
Paul, go ahead.
Let's do
Winning confidence.
Pacers for 4.
What former Yukon Husky did the Pacers sign this offseason?
Oh, what's his fucking name? Another initial asshole.
Okay. I know this, don't I?
He won the.
Oh, yeah.
He won the championship with UConn, right?
Yes, he did. You should also know this, Ken.
He won the MVP.
Oh, Jeremy Lamb.
Correct.
Just the excitement.
Good thing I didn't go because I would have got it wrong.
It's not who I was.
Kendall, go ahead.
Where's Shabazz playing these
That's
days?
who I was thinking of.
Shabazz is currently with the... Give me a minute.
Is it LeBron that loves Shabazz? Is
Yeah,
that,
LeBron loves Shabazz.
For what reason? I'll never understand.
I think he's a Blazer.
Is he? I was thinking somebody else. I'm not going to say it just in case he's a future answer. I can't imagine you'd ask 2 UConn questions, but who knows with you.
I will take the
All right,
Utah.
hold on. We got a question here. What team does Shabazz play for?
You already answered to the Timberwolves. Or the Blazers, I mean.
No, you're right. It's the Timberwolves.
No, it's not.
The Utah Jazz for 400.
Name the Jazz leading scorer.
I can't name a Jazz player.
For 400? I feel like you can't be either of those 2 guys.
Might be a small market team. Doesn't expect us to get it.
No, because he knew I was playing, so he wouldn't have made it that easy for 400. Unless he really threw a curveball to be a dick.
Who do you think it is? And then I'm going to say that.
All right. The 2 obvious answers for the Jazz would be Jokic and Jamal Murray.
I'm
Well,
going to
that's
go
the
ahead and say
Nuggets.
Jokic.
Oh, yeah, we're talking Jazz. My bad.
Oh, I'm not
So
going to
the
say
obvious answer would have been Donovan Mitchell.
I'm going to go ahead and say
The
Donovan
obvious
Mitchell.
answers would have been Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert.
I'm going to go... No. Yeah, I'm going to say Rudy Gobert. No, it's Donovan Mitchell.
Pick one.
Donovan Mitchell.
No.
All right.
See, that's why I think it could be the 400 because it kind of is that split.
Is it Rudy Gobert?
Nope.
That's what I was going to say.
Then I am out.
Paul knows this name after I say he said his name earlier today. In this game.
Is it Shabazz?
That'd be really annoying if that's how it went down.
No, Shabazz is Timberwolves.
The hint is Paul puts his face on another man's body.
Oh,
I know exactly the moment, too, and I can't remember the player.
Wait, I thought he went to the...
You thinking of the Kings guy?
What's the two I always mix up?
It's the Kings guy. There's two Bogdanoviches.
Bogdan and...
He didn't hear me, so whatever.
It's amazing how much stupidity there is.
There's a lot right here.
Matt, did you hear my name?
This is absurd.
I gave you a name already.
Yeah, but did you hear the name I said out loud?
Bogdanovich?
That's right.
Yeah, but which one?
The good one.
If I get the first name right, do I get half?
Sure.
Bojan?
Yeah.
Merlin.
Nah, you can give him the whole point. It's fine.
All right. I'm sorry.
Nah, I completely forgot about it. It was
All right,
so
Kendall.
funny. He said it and he was like, oh. And then everyone else just went about their day and he just...
I heard it.
I know, you repeated it.
Let's get the Wizards for 300.
Kendall making some type of a comeback.
Yeah?
Yep.
Serious comeback?
Yeah, he's close.
Oh, jeez.
What's
Still
close?
down by 800, but...
Who is the current point guard of the Washington Wizards? Kendall.
You know, I was thinking leading scorer. I kind of predicted the question before I knew the question. Can I just have Bradley Beal,
Wrong.
please?
Paul.
Isaiah Thomas.
Correct.
That's bullshit.
Let's round out the easy ones. Rockets for 4.
This is James Harden.
Nope. Somebody much worse.
List James Harden's stat line. Come within one in each one.
I know his points.
Hold on. It's points, rebounds, and assists. Come within one.
I know his points are 35. Somewhere around there. His assists, I think, at around 11. And I don't know his rebounds, 9.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Okay. All right.
No, am I right?
I guess.
I'm going to go with...
Did you raise your hand?
Oh, sorry. 39 for points per game. He averages 7 assists and 4 rebounds.
You got 2.
Wow, I was terrible. I was off by like 3 on each.
So I get to know which 2, right?
He got points and he got assists.
Is he going to be friendly and tell me what he said for rebounds or no? You don't have to.
What'd you say for rebounds?
I said 4. I said 4.
$6.1.
Give you 1. Into a 6.
It's the points that matter.
What's his actual limit for points per game?
38.
Oh.
0.9.
It was 38 when I did it. Kendall.
You can go Pels, Raptors, or Sixers.
We're going to go Pels.
Pels, 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 Pels.
Who is Omar?
I'm going to let you guys know this is probably the hardest question on the quiz.
Of course it is.
The New Orleans Pelicans had 3 first-round picks. Name them. Bonus question: where'd they go to school?
So this is. Wait a minute. Hold on. So what's the whole like? So if you
It's an 11-point question.
how do you figure?
5.
that-
2 points for each one.
But like, what if you get 2 right and 1 wrong? You get nothing.
Correct.
Oh. This isn't a partial, like I can get one.
Nope.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and take my hand back down.
I can't name all 3. I'd love to try, but I'm terrible with the draft. I mean,
I can name you one.
yeah.
You guys all know one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. I
You know
hope
where you went to
anyway.
school?
I know where he went to school too.
I think I know where he went to school.
Ha!
I can't
Victory.
remember. Was it Kentucky?
It was not.
Liar.
Their previous number 1 pick went to Kentucky.
Did he?
Was he the number 1 pick that year?
Who?
Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was what, 2012?
Somewhere around there. What do you guys think?
Zion went to Duke.
Yep. I don't know the other 2.
You eat the loudest things.
Me and you talked about the other one of the other ones.
It's the other Duke guy.
Nope.
Purdue, San Diego State University.
That's the player.
The correct answers are Zion Williamson,
Yep.
who went to Duke, Jackson Hayes, who went to Texas, and Nicholas Alexander Walker, who went to Virginia Tech.
Never heard of the other 2.
More you know.
All right. Paul,
76ers.
how many times have the starting 5 played together this season? Massey.
5 times.
Is there like a within?
Nope.
No. All right.
5 is wrong.
Can I have the starting 5?
All right. It's Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
And can I have roughly what game we're on right now? Roughly.
30s.
About 25.
This is it's only 25.
Yeah, they're 18 and 7. So
Yeah. So yeah, mid 20s.
Okay. They played together 13 times.
Can I just have my answer now? I know those things.
I'll let you because of all that shit.
Go ahead. You said 13. Is that right or wrong?
Wrong.
Gonna go with 11.
I'd like to guess the big goose egg.
The answer is 7.
Goose egg wasn't a terrible guess, and you know it.
No,
What did I say
all haven't
originally?
been healthy.
Well, I knew Richardson missed like the first 10 games.
What did I say originally?
No, the last 10 games. He played the first 8.
I thought he was
Did I
out
say
for the
5?
beginning of the season.
No, he played.
Who was out for the beginning of the season?
Horford.
Horford.
Did I say 5? Originally?
You said, yeah.
You still would have been wrong.
5 would have been correct if it wasn't for the last 2 games.
They played those 2 games, so it wasn't.
All right, Raptors. This last one.
This is a partial one. Name the Raptors starting 5. Massey.
You know what's going to suck? I know Kyle's going to have a vendetta against me and do the bonus points to make me lose.
There's no bonus
Gasol?
question. I'll give you guys one bonus question at the end.
Gasol? I'm blanking.
This is
Kyle Lowry.
Your team.
Siakam.
This is your team.
I don't think Van Vliet is off the bench yet. I'm going to say Van Vliet, but I don't think that's right.
Did you say Van Vliet? Get one more guy left.
I know. I can never remember his name.
So what do you get, 1 per? Oh, so I can't get all 5 right now? What if I get all 5 right, though?
We'll think about it. You're still going to get 4. Calm down.
I'll remember the last one. It begins with a U, I think, but I don't know that's
Wait,
not right.
what are we going off for starting lineup? Are we going off day 1?
Yeah.
So how's he getting 4? Be getting 3.
Got 4.
No. Fred
wasn't?
VanVleet was not a starter.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not. Day one.
They played Norman Powell at 3.
And Anaboyo was the starter.
That's who I was thinking of.
He's now the starter.
Fred VanVleet was not the starter.
Yes, he was.
No, he was
You
not.
go back to that game, he put up 38 points.
Off the bench.
Whatever. I'm the ring leader.
We don't have any rings.
All right. Do you guys want one bonus question worth 5 points?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Jeopardy. Let's make it interesting.
All right. This is a college question.
A question off the dome.
That is your topic, college.
Where did I go to school?
Where did
Well, we're waiting.
Name the movie from that reference.
Where did Damian Lillard
Is that,
go to college?
Mr. Deeds?
All right, so you guys know the question, right?
All right, yes, please.
You guys know the question.
I don't know why I pictured.
You guys will wager.
Okay.
Kendall, you have 5, 10, 15, 20 points.
Ooh, that's a career high for me.
5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 33. Paul, you have 41.
Wow.
Mass, you have 9.
Blew us away.
How much does Kendall have?
20.
Damn.
How much would you like to wager?
I would like to wager 9.
Paul?
All of it.
I'd like to wager as many points that even if I lose, I can't lose to Mass.
I don't know how much that is.
How many points does he have?
Kendall has 20.
Just wager. Okay, so you don't want to lose the mass. So you wager 1.
Yeah, I'm going to wager 1 point. I'll take my second place. This is a victory.
All right, I'll give you guys 10 seconds to think about it. So back at the studio, Kyle was sitting here thinking, will anybody get this right? I don't think so. It's a pretty tough school. You know what I'm saying, dog? I agree.
Usually when you say something like this, like you pose it as something difficult, and then you say, but you didn't do that. You just said, this is just hard.
Yeah, it's hard. You ain't going to get it. Paul might get it.
All right, go ahead.
You don't think Paul knows it if he wagered all the fucking points? We've watched enough of that black kid on YouTube. I don't remember his name.
So,
What's that guy's name?
Kenny?
The Bulls fan.
King of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So, here's the question. Again, what school did Damian Lillard attend? We'll start off with Paul.
No, I'd like to go last because they're going to change their answers. Those rats.
Massey.
We should all text it to you.
All right, all text it to me now.
There's no way I'm wrong. I guarantee it.
There's so many ways you're wrong.
Damian Lillard went to school at...
If we also put his high school and we get the college wrong, can we get credit for the high school?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell that.
Please read our answers out loud.
Kendall. Going over Kyle Soul Vocational Technical High School. Massey, Villanova.
Did you also guess Villanova? That's really weird.
What, did you guess it too?
Yeah.
Paul, Weber State.
What was it?
Weber State. Paul wins with 80 points.
82.
Did you get that right?
Yeah.
Why do you know that?
Well, when you hang out with Kyle, you kind of pick up a lot of things. Like where people went to colleges and when egg whites are appropriate to eat.
Always. So, what did you guys think of the game?
Plus, just for somebody to be as big as he is, to go to a school as pretty much terrible as that.
If you guys want a little bit of
Peppermint bark.
Redemption. We gotta do one more.
What?
Sure, why not?
We could do redemption worth 40 points.
Okay.
If Mask gets it right, he wins.
No.
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 If
I
Matt
worked
gets,
hard for my points.
if
Where
Matt
did
gets it right,
C.J.
he-
McCollum go to school?
Are we texting this as well?
Yes. The correct answer is I know this.
And what results if we get it wrong? Did we get anything wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing? Yeah. I can just put whatever garbage
You know
I
what,
want.
Mass? I don't hate you for that guess.
You're not?
I don't hate you.
I don't know how to spell it, but like if I like word it out, will you understand?
Hold on.
We'll see if I word it
Kendall
out.
texted and then you can just...
So we're doing C.J. McCollum, correct? Is that what
Yep,
we're
C.J. McCollum. The backcourt of Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Was that close?
I don't know how to spell it, but like
I don't know.
you kind of know what I mean.
I don't know what conference they're in, but
Do
I
you
like
know what
the
I
answer.
mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Right. Okay. Good. I don't know how to spell it. I can't remember where the vowels go. Saints only team not to lose back-to-back games.
Kendall, not a bad guess either.
Damn.
So, Massey,
Did anybody guess Creighton?
no. Massey picked Army.
I respect it.
Kendall picked Navy.
Kendall
Paul picked National Guard.
Kendall picked BYU.
Oh, good guess. That's a good guess.
And Paul picked Lehigh.
Yeah.
Lehigh was the correct answer. But I appreciate you guys not picking big name schools.
Thank you. Well, I thought about how white he is, too.
He is not white at all.
I know, Kyle. It's a joke.
And the reason why I would like those answers because they're
So
not
did I
big
finish
names.
with 102 points?
Yeah.
122 points?
Yeah.
I win.
Good on you.
Now, do you guys like the game?
Yes.
I do. I
Yes,
liked it
this
a
was
lot.
fun.
So
I would like it if you did this again and I got to face them again.
Next week.
In basketball specifically.
So we
I
can
could
do this
also
again
do-
next week, but a different sport.
I could do one for hockey for the three of you.
I'll win.
You won't.
I'll beat them.
You might not. You guys all might finish with no points.
Now, Brad Marchand answers for all.
Fucking hilarious.
I could do one for NFL.
So
I would make it really fucking hard,
this,
though.
this was
That's
a
why you
different
can't
type of
make it.
game.
Because your 100-point question would be like, all right, what college did the 2006 punter for the Arizona Cardinals go to?
No, that'd be the 1,000-point question.
That's what.
So I took this game from a YouTube channel called Too Hype, and
Not sponsor.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
fucking a YouTube channel, you dick. But I thought it was a good idea, and I really liked the idea, and I thought it went very well. We can do this again in a different sport like football or baseball or hockey,
or beer.
or we could do beer.
Kendall's like, nah, I just like the drink. I don't want to talk.
Next week, I got another game. Next week, we're going to have a bigger audience. Not bigger audience.
Cast.
Idiot. Bigger cast. So I will have it. Me and Paul are going to make a game. He knows what it is if you read the paper.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Hey, can I have the final score real quick?
122.
No, what did Mass have?
I don't remember.
0, right? Because he wagered 9 and got it wrong.
Correct.
Okay, what did Kendall have?
I actually ended up with
Kendall
negative
got
40.
19.
I ended up with negative 40.
I'm actually very proud of Kendall.
Thank you.
No, there's no negative points, you said.
Very proud of Kendall.
I'm pretty proud of my 0.
Yeah, I told you, these questions are hard. Like, if you just...
If you pay attention to what's going on, you get these. You can get
Yeah,
a lot
I
of these
A
right.
lot of the names.
Like the Pelicans one was hard. Like he made the 500 questions hard. You know, like I mean, I knew Daniel Gafford, but that's because I'm a Bulls fan. Like I should have gotten that right.
Like, I would have got a lot of those right.
I got 4 of the starting lineup for the Raptors.
Yeah.
If I was a real fan, I would have gotten 5, but that's besides the point.
Well, no, they, it's whatever. But like, this is the type of game that we can play all the time.
Yeah,
But
I'd have fun with that.
like, we can do it for baseball. We can do it for wow.
But hockey, we can do it with the best baseball hockey.
All right, so
Do
next
a little
week,
bit of baseball.
Next
Mama
week.
said. Mama said.
next week
if
we're
you
gonna
guys
do
like,
this.
if you guys like, we can just do games.
No, next week we're gonna do this for cricket.
Do they have players?
What you got to hear, you curry lover?
Like, if you guys like to, with like the big cast that we're gonna have, we can do like a best of 5 series of games. If you guys like, I could be the host. I don't give a shit. I have fun making the questions.
I can't read this.
You know, like I could make that one would be the final one, and I could do like something like this for baseball or something like this for football.
Do you think we can come up with a game triathlon to do next show?
A game triathlon?
I said triathlon just because of 3. But...
Kyle and I will work on it tomorrow night. We'll work on it tomorrow night, and we'll send out specs.
Like, if that's something you guys want to do, is just like a full game of like a full show of games.
I think that'd be fun. It doesn't have to all be Jeopardy. We could think of other stuff, whatever we can do.
I'll be the host for all of them because I don't really care.
Can you wear a suit?
Can I wear a suit?
Like, if I buy you a colorfully blue suit with a bow tie?
I'll wear a suit.
I think you need to get a haircut.
Do you know how to tie a bow tie?
I might have one.
A bow tie or a haircut?
Haircut.
What about bow tie?
Do you have one?
Yeah, do you know how to tie it?
Do you?
Yes.
Then, yeah.
Can we make out while I tie it?
Yeah. All right.
It's just like prom.
So next week is just going to be a game of pure shit.
Shit. It's going to be a real shit show.
Next week's going to be a show of pure game.
Well, you know, it's cool. I'm sorry to cut you off, Souls.
Yeah.
But it's a show before Christmas, which we do every year. We have Nog.
Oh, no.
Oh, we didn't do a Thanksgiving shot this year.
No, we
Kendall.
said we're doing it at the Slammies.
Okay.
Or the Slammies.
I'm going to fucking hit you with something.
The Drunkies. We're doing it at the Drunkies. I already remembered. I have it written down. I have a Getting Sports with Drunk journal.
Mock will be back next week.
When is the Drunkies?
A former
You're coming to the
guest
show.
will be here in Christian.
The
He
show
already
before Thanksgiving.
he told me that he will be here next week. If CJ's here, awesome. Then we have 3 teams of 2.
Remember, no guests for the Drunkies.
That's fine.
So we'll have 3 teams of 2,
We'll find out.
and we'll figure it out.
After the show, I'll tell you.
If you guys like to figure it out now, we can figure out the teams, and we have it already set.
I kind of like the spontaneity.
What?
You know, like we come up with the team on the fly. I think it's fun.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I like it,
I
Kyle.
got dibs on Kyle.
Kyle's going to be
I'm the
hosting
host.
it.
Yeah,
I'm the host of all the games.
I know. I got dibs on Kyle.
All right.
Unless we want to every person a part of the show does a host of a specific game.
I like to play.
Do that. I don't mind hosting if you want to.
This is the
figure
first
it
game
out.
I've played since we started the show.
Yeah.
First game I've played. I've always had to make them. And I found that it's better when I make them because when I play, I rake. Just saying. You could have combined Mass's score and Kendall's score, and it would have just been Kendall's score.
Yeah.
That's why I said you guys should have been a team. I'd like to make a shameless, really bullshit, non-sponsored plug, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right, I'll make it quick. I'm an what you would call an Instagram addict. I like to look on the gram a lot. I like to look at the featured things people you might like, all that shit. I like to look at the gram. Big fan. Not for people I know. I hate that aspect of it. I wish I could unfollow everybody. I could, but I don't want to do it. I just don't want to take the time. I'd like to unfollow everyone I actually know and just follow accounts and people. That's what it's really fun for. But gram follower. But I get this ad from this company called Dr. Squatch, and they make soap for men. They also make other manly products. But I recently purchased some soap from them. They have a variety of scents. I got the pine tar, and I got the cedar citrus, golden moss, and I got this cold brew coffee one that comes with like exfoliator scrubs in it. Anyway, I used this for the first time today. First of all, very, very thick lather in the shower. Very, thick foam bubbles on the body. Love that. The exfoliating scrub, it's not too rough on the skin, but you feel it really do the deep clean. It's an absolute must-have for any guy. You don't have to be the rough outdoorsman to get it. It's great in the beard because usually a bar soap you just scrub the hair, but this gets deep in there and you can feel it on the skin under the beard. So Kendall, it's a good soap. Good soap for the big-bodied guy, the thick guy, the long guy, the tall guy, small dick guy, big dick guy, all those guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. Frank Gore guys, which is the mega dick guys. But it's not a sponsor, but I recommend you go take a peek at Dr. Squatch soap. It is a little pricey, I won't lie. $7 for a bar soap. But it comes with a little bar caddy for the shower so you don't get soap scum. And they come, like I said, come in a bunch of flavors. They have all kinds of different scents and whatnot. I recommend.
That sounds good. I've been using ranch dressing for 3.
So let's do some beer reviews. What do you guys want
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead. How many beers do you have?
2.
How many different beers do you have?
2.
Oh, nice.
I started off with Thimble Island, Ghost Island,
Yep.
the double India Pale. It's very good. It's very, as we all know, I'm a very citrus guy. It's not citrusy, but it's not pretty good. I became more influenced by craft beers than regular beer in the past year, and I really enjoyed them more. This one definitely up there for me. I really enjoy it. It's not obviously the Super Duper Double Citra is my favorite. It will probably be my favorite forever, but this one's definitely up there. Like it's very good. The aroma very well. It's very tasty. And then I went to Double Sit Mo.
Is that from Shabine?
To me,
Is it from Shabine?
there's a lot of things on this. I don't know.
Top thing. What's the thing on the top of the label?
Shabine.
There you go.
Also, I think this is a top-notch beer as well. Again, it has the word "sit" in it, so it obviously has to do with citrus. It's very well made, very well tasting. Would I get it again? Yes. To me, it's a 4 out of 5.
Oh shit!
It's.
Do you still have any left?
Yeah, you want to taste?
Kyle, give it a fucking grade A beer
That's a
review.
great review.
I personally like it a lot.
It's pretty good.
I'm afraid to try different beers, but now
He's very shy.
yeah, but now in the last couple months, I've been able to like branch out, especially to like the Ferris and now this. I have a top 3, and this falls in the number 3 category.
Oh, big day for Souls.
Oh, guy hosts one game and he fucking gets a hard on for beer. I love it. Mass? Kyle, good job, by the way.
Trying here.
I had Ghost Island by Thimble Island. Our friends and what else? What else, Kyle?
Amigos, compadres,
Miko and
hermanos.
compadre.
I don't know Hermanos.
Amigo.
Boyfriend?
I think his
Hermano?
brother.
Brother.
I think it is.
Hermanos and Hermanas.
Listen, man, just do your own thing.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Pretty good. Enjoyed it. 3 out of 5.
That was a terrible beer review.
Yeah, I know.
Baron?
From the Riddler collection, I had Steep Drop from Boulevard of Kansas City, Missouri, 5.2%. I don't know the price range, and this was a solo beer that he gave me, but I don't know how much, like you said, so it is a nitro coffee milk stout. Very good, dark brown color. Has that the chocolatey coffee aroma and flavor to it. Very smooth. I like nitro milk stouts a lot. It's the type of thing that it's sometimes it can be like one and the same, but I did notably like this one because it was very smooth and it was not. Sometimes you run into kind of like a heaviness thing.
Well, the nitro thing, it's a little flat out of the can.
Right.
It comes off a little flat because it doesn't have a widget in it. And when they say nitro milk stout, that's not like a gimmick thing. Like if you ever come across this in a bar, it's going to be on a draft handle just like Guinness would be, like a nitro infused gas line. So without the widget, it comes out a little flatter and a little chalkier.
But it doesn't make it bad. I mean, I like it. It's actually very easy drinking. I gave it 3 stars and would absolutely get again.
But the High Life.
Oh, the High Life was 5 stars. Riddler got me a case of the champagne bottles. I've had 5 so far, 5 or 6 or so.
You should get more.
I do want to get more.
It only costs $33 for the case.
Yeah, and it's I don't know how many ounces. Is
$7.50.
It? $7.50. So yeah, it's basically having 2 beers essentially. And High Life is my favorite, and it's the best ever.
Paul?
I started off with the Hefeponymous from Thomas Hooker Brewery out of Bloomfield, which is right outside of Branford.
Attaboy.
It's a Hefeweizen
Nice catch.
unfiltered wheat beer. It's really good. I think I know I had this on the show before. I left my journal at home, so I wanted to have some beers I've had before, so I don't miss out on the writing aspect. It's probably the best Hefeweizen I've had. I mean, it doesn't stick true to the absolute standards of a Hefeweizen, but I'm not a big Hefeweizen guy. So for me, that was good. You know, it kind of branched out in the directions I needed it to. Not overly skunky or earthy. And then I finished off with, I also had the Ghost Island Dippa from Thimble Island Brewing, our friends, our amigos, our compadres, mis hermanos, at Thimble Island Brewing Company in Brantford, right outside of Bloomfield.
For your geography guys out there.
But this beer it's just a really good standard double IPA. Like it's a chart topper. I would definitely give it 3.5 stars. I won't give it as high as Kyle did, but that's also because I'm more of a stout guy anyway. So to really captivate me, it has to be the best thing I've ever had for IPA wise. But I will say this: if you want a 4.75 star IPA review from the Riddler, if you are in the Connecticut area or a package store around the Connecticut area, if you can find a place that gets to Thimble Island, they mark their cans and their bottles with brew dates. If you can get something that's been brewed within 3 days, it is amazing the difference. I had a Thimble Island Ghost Island double IPA bottled the day it got to my store when I was working retail. It was bottled that morning, and we got it that afternoon. We cracked it open to see if we could taste the difference. It's like night and fucking day. It is absolutely might be the best IPA I've ever had. Fresh. Wow. Yeah, that fresh. Oh, my goodness. So good. And there you go. There's
Again, for next week, I just thought of an idea.
Well, hold on. Still got social media plugs. We do that part at the end.
All right.
Bach, where can they find us?
Well, they can find us at _1499 divided by 2.
Let's try this again. Hey, Rat.
Wait.
Where can they
That's
find
dumb,
us?
those dumb.
Yeah, that was more of a quack.
Yeah, very quackish. Well, we're on Facebook. You can find us at Getting Sports with the Drunk. You can find us at Instagram at Getting Sports with the Drunk. Twitter at GSWD_4.
Make sure you use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses, whether it's going to Bloomfield right outside of Brantford or Brantford right outside of Bloomfield.
That's right. We are live every Monday night on Spreaker and the PPRN Radio Network from 8-ish to whenever we feel like it.
Also on Spreaker. Especially on
Spreaker. Spreaker, the nice part of Spreaker is it distributes us on everything, everywhere you can find a podcast, iTunes, Google Play, iHeart, you name it, we're out there.
Yeah. So
where you find podcasts, you find us.
That's right.
So in my head, I came up with an idea. I will be the host next week of all 5 games.
All 5 games?
5 games
okay.
now.
Yes. We were going to do a 5-game series.
5 games
I need
in 3
you to
hours.
bring CJ back on. I need you to make that happen.
Okay.
All right.
So do we have to start at
We
like
will
5
do 2
p.m.?
teams of 3. There will be a numerous of games. I will make the questions and everything for next week for all 5 games. There will be a present for the winner and coal for the loser. It's going to be Christmas based.
Are we going to do a Secret Santa this year?
No.
Yeah, we thought about that way too late again.
So
my Secret Santa was the Graves.
So it's going to be a present for the winner, coal for the loser, best of 5, see what happens.
It'd be so funny if like the loser got Jeff's kid.
Here's
there you
Cole.
go. It's your problem now.
Yours for the year.
Jeff comes on, loses, gets him anyway.
So next week will be a big week for us. We will have a lot of fun. We hope that you tune in, and we hope that you will have fun with us.
All right, last show before Christmas.
It's
Thanks,
going
Souls.
to be a lot of fun and a lot of.
That's what it's about. This is a fun time of year.
It's going to be a different type of show for this. For
We got back to back format breakers. We got Game Show Central, and then Game Shows with Drunk.
There will be one game.
GSWD.
There will be one game where Paul's going to have to help me with.
All right.
But other than that, everything else will be fun.
And then the Drunkies are the following week.
The Hostess Souls.
Yes, I will come in a suit if you like.
Nah.
In a Twitter poll, yes or no.
Ooh.
Mark's not here, so
I will make sure he posts it.
The Hostess Solstice.
There you go.
It really just rhymes. That's it.
Winter Solstice?
Yeah, ish.
We're almost at the Winter Solstice.
Please tune into next
right.
week's show where you will have a lot of fun.
Yes,
We had a lot of fun today. It was a good game.
Yes, Souls, thank you for the game. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
That was good.
It was very, very eye-opening to a certain couple members of our crew to watch some more NBA stuff, huh? Nah?
Hint, this type of game will happen in a different sport next week.
Is it going to be baseball?
Probably.
All right.
Wiffle ball. So, yes, thank you again, Souls, for the game. Appreciate it. And we look forward to the games next week.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a lot of fun playing them. But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
Nope.
That was way too early. This kid eats like 4 sunflower seeds, and he's just like, I gotta go. Let's go. No, you got patience, man. I'm your host, Cupcake the Riddler. Nope.
K-Quick Souls.
And I'm the Red Baron / the Rat.
And you missed the mess.
Sorry, Mass. Can we do it again?
I don't know. Can we?
Signing off.
TBD. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler. Nope.
K-Quick Souls.
The masterpiece.
And I'm the Red Baron.
Yeah.